those L's, I couldn't sleep right now. I get paid, vacay, I'm staying B-side. Breaking the blues over steak, I gotta eat right. You could be my peace sign. I don't need bad energy around me. I just need sun, you're so cloudy. I wake up good, you're so grouchy. Please get from around me. When the truth don't work, you start telling lies. Thought you were down to ride, you weren't down to ride. Caught switching, you were picking sides. Don't blink, caught slipping like a slip and slide. I was shooting dice till I got a nosebleed. Money on the floor, can't get cold feet. Took a L, should've put it in the offering. Lord, forgive me for my sins, don't know of me. Scary thoughts, I got scary thoughts. Lost control, now I'm taking charge. Breaking bills, friends breaking off. You could be the youngest, I'm the dawn. Kiss the ring, nah. In the scene like GOT.
Stay awake, don't sleep. Welcome to the Tuesday Takeover. I am your host, J&J Video Reacts. And yeah, we had a tell-all yesterday, and it was The Single Life. If there was one for a Happily Ever After on Sunday, I didn't quite catch it yet. So I will go in and try to catch up with that. But I did finish watching the tell-all for The Single Life. And boy, let me tell you, these people have bumped their heads. Absolutely bumped their heads. I have no idea what any of them are thinking about anything, honestly. But we'll try to get into it. Okay. All right. While you are in here, if you are listening, smash the like button. I want to send a shout out to the J Crew. 594 members and counting, gang. Sweet. Thank you so much for believing in the channel, believing in me, and coming and hanging out with me. Hanging out with my beautiful wife, Vegan Knowledge, when she does her Meatless Mondays. We appreciate everybody so much, Ro. That was so much fun last night. And yeah, we are glad to have you back. We missed you, baby girl. And Buddha 1000, Dolly Bush. You guys are amazing. Jess, Jamie, Jen, thank you so much for all the equipment you sent, honey. You have really been a godsend. Thank you so much. If anybody's coming in the chat, let me know how I sound. If I'm breaking up, if I'm staticky, let me know. Jen was gracious enough to send us a new mic, and I just want to make sure it's working okay. It worked fine this afternoon, so yep. Welcome addition to the YouTube battle station that we have set up over here. So thank you again. Who else is in the J Crew? Rap God Reloaded, Day One. Thank you so much for being a loyal supporter and always coming and supporting a sister. Dex Crockett, Flight Sports, Ball Facts, all those guys are absolutely amazing. If you're into sports, if you are into any Ball family content, if you like the Ball Brothers, go check out Ball Facts, go check out Flight Sports TV, go check out DJ's Raw Truth Media. I'm telling you, those are amazing channels. You can definitely pick up a lot of good stuff there. And especially Flight Sports has an open forum. You know, he lets everybody come up on the panel. And if you like sports, go check them out. No, they're not paying me or anything like that. They're just good friends and people that have supported my work in the past. So I just want to support their work. Yeah, we had a really good Meatless Monday last night. We had a very, very in-depth, cosmic, I would venture to say, you know, midday motivated. Shout out to Karen Everett. She and, you know, Thomas Everett have their channel, Karen and Thomas BSR, stands for Bullshit Repellent, some of which we all need from time to time on this planet Earth here. But yeah, you know, 594. I'm so proud of that, and I'm so glad. And please share this and let's get it up to 600 and then onwards and upwards towards that 1K. Yeah, so I'll be honest with you. The reason I didn't go in and look for a happily ever after tell-all was because I didn't care, dude. I don't feel like hearing Angela Dean freaking scream, and I damn sure don't want to see her sagging ass tits on my screen again. Okay, bitch looks like the crypt keeper. I keep saying it, but she does. She looks like I put a dude, crypt. Did I say crypt? Crypt keeper. Angela, get some fillers, girl. Something. You scare me. But yeah, it's not fun. I don't feel like hearing her scream at Michael and continuously. What was with the bitch stuff this season? Like, Angela, what is going on? Is it net? It was bad enough. We hear her belittle him, and I said I wasn't going to talk about them. And this is exactly why. This is why they work, though. This is why they pay those people. This is why they work, because I can't keep them out of my freaking mouth. I can't stand the woman, but it's the drama. We all follow the drama, and there was some drama in this tell-all. There was a little bit of drama, a little bit of shade thrown some people's way, and especially next week with the preview. Where does Colt live? You do not talk to your mother like that, dude. I just want to whip his ass. I want to take that long hair he has grown out and basically put it in a vent and turn on something and suck his ass. Dude. I mean, Colt acts like they were dating. Debbie acts like they were dating. It's a little freaking weird, I'm sure it's nothing, like that, but and then on top of it, what if it was like that? Jesus, look at the age difference also. Come on. That would be new. It would be like the 90-Day Fiancé, or Marrying Millions coupled with Mama's Boy. Why did I say Marrying Millions? I have no idea. No, because a lot of those young girls marry those older guys, you know what I mean? So Debbie's on the older side. Colt's on the younger side, sorta. He's still in his 30s, even though he looks like a 65-year-old mountain man now. But, he looks like Tony when Tony was probably in his age, honestly. But yeah, they're supposed to get into it next week. They saved a lot of stuff for next week. You notice how they're starting to do that more and more. They used to at least be a 50-50 split between the tell-alls. Okay, you'd have some good stuff happening on the first one, and then, oh, wow, next week's going to be even better. Now it's, we'll give you a taste, and next week, real shit's going to happen. Okay, well, what happened in this week? Like, I'd like some, I'm sitting down watching, ready, tell all, hey, part one needs to be interesting too. Do you want me to? But no, that's how they advertise. They give previews of the parts that didn't happen, salivating. Okay, so let's talk about Tim and Veronica. Right? What's happening with old Tim and Veronica? Let's back up. What's happening with Tim, period? Like, Tim, pink pants, bro? What the? Shout out to Buddha and Jessica Carroll. That sounds like a crazy couple. Buddha and Jessica Carroll. Hey, you. The sound is good. Cool. Don't forget to smash the like button. Buddha on her job as always. Thank you, Buddha. God, I love that girl. Thank you. The 90-day tell all was good though. She said, I was just mad, Tim. She said that Tim's outfit wasn't matching. Hey, Ro. Ro's back, guys. Woohoo! She was on Meatless Monday last night. That was such a blast. Clarissa, how are you? Welcome back. Oh, man. Tim. Is he gay, y'all? Why won't he come out? Like, who cares, though, at the end of the day? But I do. I want to know. I want him to fess up to it. You know, why? Why do I need that? Who cares? But I do. It's crazy. It's like I absolutely do, dude. Oh, man. It's so crazy, too, because, you know, and here's another thing. The guy she dated, Justin, I swear he is the lost property brother. He's the lost property brother, dude. He literally looks like he is one of those dudes. He is the lost property brother. I'm telling you. Watch, he's going to start showing up on their shit. He's just cutting his teeth on 90-day Fiancé, just, you know, trying to see how he feels about the camera and all that. He's going to end up being the property brothers. Watch. It's like, sorry, we didn't mean to leave him out. Big Ed is still on there. Big Ed is still on there, but he is on Happily Ever After. He's another reason I didn't want to watch that show. The little fucking troll. I can't stand him. I can't stand Buff. Tattoo. He is tattooed, dude. I'm telling you. Has anybody seen that picture of Ed where he looks like, just like, I don't know. It looks like he's some type of Buddha, but not our Buddha. He just looks weird. But then again, he just looks weird, period. But I feel kind of bad when I say that because I know he's got a deformity, but that also doesn't right to give him the right to be an asshole. You're not going to say anything to me because I'm different. No, you're accountable too for what comes out of your damn mouth. So there's no love lost for Ed. He and Liz are toxic. They always have been. They always freaking will be. And yeah, I'm like tired of him. I'm like, what the hell else could you now? Oh, now she's a lesbian. Well, she was still a lesbian when she was just with you. Because you're a chick. He's a girl. Ed is a girl. Come on, you don't see the tendencies? Come on. What was really going on between him and Rick? Okay? Because Rick came out with a vengeance. Bitch, I'm going to steal your mother. Buddha said, I mean, he has. Wow, wait a minute. Hold up. You just jumped up to I want to call him Jason. Jen and I talk about this all the time. This guy is a cologne. Our old manager, or the old like owner of a company that we worked for where we met, legit Josh is his brother from another mother. They look almost exactly alike. Both of them have J names. Josh, our boss, was Jason. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, is he not Jason? I mean, if you met this guy, you would be like, okay, did he get a contract with? But, you know, thinking about it, that was 20 years ago. He may or may not look like that now. I don't know. But he looks exactly like how he did 20 years ago. Not 20. What the hell am I talking about? 15. Jesus. I'm making myself older. Stop rushing it. But yeah, man. And I love how the power shifted between he and Natalie, and everybody, you could almost tell it was orchestrated. Everybody jumped on the bandwagon to, you know, basically annihilate Josh. And then they switched sides. You know, then it was, okay, Josh is boring. We've beat him up enough. Let's go to Natalie now. Let's get in her shit. You know, Natalie, make up your mind, bitch. You know, make up your mind. Which one do you want? Well, 2 seconds ago, they just were jumping back and forth. It was like, all right. You could tell that Josh was like basically trying to, all right, put some of the stuff on her now. And Natalie, oh my God. Really, Natalie? I don't know which one I want. I don't know if I want to live with Michael in the wood. I don't know. That's what, and then she was like really getting off when everybody was yelling at Josh. It was like they had her back. But back in the tell-all, who was it? Tanya? Tanya's like, I don't, you know, no, Tiffany. I don't really like her. She's a sweet girl, but I don't really like. She rubs me the wrong way. It's like they don't like you. They're protecting you out here in front of the camera and smiling in your face, but they don't like you, Natalie. Don't get it twisted. You already are twisted. But oh, okay, yeah. I didn't feel like the mute shit again. Okay, I don't know what's with me doing that, but I didn't do it this time. But oh my God, dude, Josh and Natalie, and then Josh is a businessman. Okay, he's smart. So when Michael said, well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I want to be with that. You know what I mean? He was like, is she out for us or is she just out for herself? Josh's like, I feel like him. What he said. Yeah. What he said. You're going to get it, bitch. You know what I mean? He's like, you know, yeah, I feel like that. Like that. Yeah. Make up your mind. And then he shifted it back towards her. He's slick. He's not in a race to marry her. You know? And the fact that she's now bouncing back and forth, that gives him an out. It's like, you can't make up your mind. So yeah, that's why I'm out. And then if she says, okay, I want you. No, you took too long. You know, he's going to find something, you know, craziness. Natalie is nutso. Yeah, right. Rose said those extensions were too much. It was like, bitch, what? I like girls and I don't even like you. What? You're like not even cute with that. You know, you're better when you keep your mouth shut and you look like a deer in the headlights. That's the cute Natalie. Be that Natalie. Be that Natalie. Because we don't like the crazy bitch. No. She gotta go. She gotta go. You know, that's why you think Michael and Jason, I want to call him Jay, and Josh are hemming and hawing. They're not fighting over you. They're fighting over who has to take you. Oh, you know, I don't know, man. She can't make up her mind. Yeah, well, that's how I feel. None of them want you. You know, your craziness acting is supposed to be, oh, what people want me. Yeah, but it's backfiring because nobody wants to be with you. And if you don't have a date, you can't come to the party. So then TLC's going to be like, bye-bye, see ya. Yeah, you're cute, but you ain't got a man, so no. Look, Tanya probably couldn't find one, so she turned to chicks, right? We can't find a man that's going to date you. God damn it, none of my friends either. What about if I say I like women? Can I find a woman? Can I still be on the show? I want Sinjin to want me back. Let me be on this show and show how much weight I've lost in front of America. Maybe he'll come begging me to be back. We know that's what you're doing. We know, Tanya. Come on. We know. And apparently he shows up next week. I'm really curious to see where they go with that. Because that's one couple that I thought, done. He's gone. Is he even in the country anymore? You know, but then Jen and I heard he was using her for money. And if he is, come on, Tanya. Come on. You know, girl. Let it go. But if he legit wants to be back with her and she wants to be back with him, after all that crying that they did and had us all crying, yeah, I would be for it. I wouldn't hate on him. Anyway, because none of my business, really. But I really think that if they hooked up, I would be here for that because they had so much emotion when they split up. It's like, why are you doing it then? You know what I mean? So, and it's like, okay, yeah. Because there was too much love there. I was thinking they had me convinced it was a mistake. It's like, why are they breaking up? Because they clearly still love each other. Like, what? And I get it. That's not enough. But the emotion that came out of them, it was like they were pulling twins apart at birth or something. I'm like, come on. You know, if it's that deep, why are you splitting up? That looks to me like some shit worth fighting for, right? Yes, definitely. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Thank you, Jen. Yeah, man. Buddha said, I feel like with Colt and Debbie, he's finally, he's finally lashing out because he realizes what damage his right. I know. Yeah, I didn't like the manipulation going on there. I really didn't see a whole lot of manipulation on Colton, and I did see it from Debbie's end. Now, and I like Miss Debbie, and I'm hoping this thing works out with her and Tony because she needs to get away from her son. So, you know, hopefully this shit works out because that's a dangerously unhealthy relationship, and it has literally destroyed Colt for any woman. You know what I mean? Like, that's a severe case of mama's boy. Mama's, you know, come on. Cut the fuck. And it's like he's doing it. He's cutting the apron strings, but he's doing it rebelliously in a way that basically is almost like slapping her in the face for being with him all the time and having him, for Christ's sake. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, you know, Colt, we get it, but she is still your mother. And yeah, you don't need to be yelling at her like that, dude. She's 7. Do you not get that she's 70? It's not like she's going to be here 25 more years. You don't know that. And she liked to hit the bottle a little bit. So her life expectancy is probably getting at that red zone, dude. Because Debbie, have her scenes, she's drunk. There's no way you can tell me she's not. It's just, I just want to deal with Colt. I just want to see Colt. She's slurring. She's slurring, right? Like not full slur, like partial slur, but just enough to notice it's a slur there. Yeah, Debbie is lit, dude. She is lit when she's on camera, off camera, whatever. And I wonder if Colt's got that animosity going. And was she abusive? Look, let's dig deep, right? It can't be good. And Colt, a lot of times she would have Colt drinking right with her. How early did that start? Right? Is he pissed about it? You turn me into a fucking alcoholic just like you. Is that going on? Is there a lot more resentment than just her hanging around the house and interrupting their sexy time or something? Is there more to the story? Because he has some serious anger issues towards his mother. And it's like, damn, Colt, really? It's your mom, dude. He don't seem to care, so. Clarissa said, Debbie. Okay, so Debbie don't what? I guess like's missing there. Yeah, no. And she started out acting like she did. And I think initially she did. She gave Vanessa a shot. Vanessa gave her a shot. But then when Vanessa was trying to get sexy time and Goldie. Remember Larissa? But not call. I need you downstairs. Can you come downstairs? They said that she was constantly hounding them when they were trying to have alone time. Well, Colt, you know what I mean? But see, you can't even say, why don't you collect your wife and move out? You're a grown man now. You're loud. He tried that. And what did she do? This is when, okay, I get it. I've been living with you all this time, and now your dad's dead, blah blah blah, and you're leaving me now, and you're giving me no warning. But I get it. But okay, he's grown, he's married, he's got to go. He's got to go, Debbie. And I'm so glad she found Tony, because this is in retrospect now. Hopefully, because I didn't like the way she sounded at the beginning. We're dealing with some. What are you dealing with? That is perfect for you. Don't fuck that up. Were you, doing a row, pouring wine and everything? I'm kidding, Ro. God, you made me want bolognese last night. And I wouldn't have been able to have it without wine in it, knowing that wine was it. I just wanted to taste that. Maybe one day. We'll get to Florida and I will get to taste the bolognese. I mean, it's worth coming to Florida just for a haircut, which, dude, all right, so check this out, right? I'm thinking about with the shaved portion, dude, I'm thinking about getting that dyed like a light purple and getting Jessie Lawless. When I get to Florida, I'm going to get her to cut in some Prince love symbols and some paisley. Dude, that would rock. That was so, I know I will never grow up ever, 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 ever. Did I say ever? Ever. But I got to do that. That's a bucket list. I froze. Did it start back up? I think I'm looking at it on TV, so I think it might be okay now. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. It should be good. Let me know. Am I in the abyss? I've been watching too much Manifest. Good God, that show. It has roped me in again. Buddha, have you watched Manifest? I'm telling you, that show is crazy. Jen and I started watching that when it first came out. Right? And got hooked on it, and I realized we had only really seen season 1. We had gotten through half of season 2, and then I guess the pandemic hit, and for whatever reason they were not filming, and I don't think they came right back. But come to find out, they finished season 2, they had a season 3, and I am now on season 4, which is so far where they've ended it. But there's 10 episodes of it. They're already 10 episodes in, and I think I'm on like episode 4. I don't know that I like the fact that they made Ben grow up so fast, though. And they killed the mother. How can they kill Grace? Oh my God, why did they kill Grace off? That really had me in a tailspin. I did not like that. But back to 90 Day Fiancé. Yeah, we got to do a manifest. Yeah, we got to do a manifest one. I'll manifest the live stream. Jesse Carroll said, don't drive. Don't drive me another shot. TV Dawn, make it soon. I mean, it is, dude. It is. Look, I have to pass it on. Buddha does it to me, so now I'm doing it to you. Okay? Yeah. She gets me into all of these shows. Like I have a 60-day. I still have. That's just that show, man. There is. You're right. Jesse watched it. There is a lot of fighting in this season. I'm like, damn, I've started watching it. I think I'm at like episode 5. But you know what? Man, that's fighting, especially the one chick, the 2 chicks that were fighting, the 2 like alpha females at the like first couple of seasons. I'm not. See, you get me off on a tangent. I'm not doing it. Maybe we do a double recap of that. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think in the chat. Admit it. Yep. 60 days in. That's another one. Look, I ended up turning Jess on to 60 days in, and she passed me. She's like done season 3. I'm like, wait up, hold up. She's like, let's start it together. And I kept putting it off. You know how I do. And she ended up finishing the damn season in the tell-all. And I'm just in episode like 5 or 6. But then I got off on a manifest tangent. So now I'm still only partially through season 3 of 60 days in. So, but manifest, dude. If you like anything dealing with the paranormal, this show is for you. I'm telling you, it is good. It is good. It messes with your mind, and I love stuff like that. Anything that can take me out of my own weirdness and give me another weirdness to focus on, because your mind likes focusing on weirdness. Yeah, give me some fictional weirdness. Let's do that. Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, this is my lovely wife, JJ. Okay. Stop it. What are you doing to me here? Are you like hitting a button? Okay. I get it. You're not coming in. I don't know. Okay. Hello?
There I am. Yay.
Yay, we got you in.
Thanks for letting me in. I'm happy to be here. Hi, everybody. I missed
Thanks
you all.
for letting me in. No jokes. No jokes. No jokes.
Keep it clean. All right, I got to turn this down because I could hear that. So I was trying to listen in while I was going to the store, but manifest. We have to do one. That's a good idea. Like, I bet there's a lot of people who watch that. Hey, Buddha. What's up, Ro? Jesse? Clarissa, I think I saw you in there too. Who else was here? I saw a bunch of people. Ro, thank you for coming last night and giving us all your excellent meals.
Right. That was
Vegan
awesome.
creations.
Hey, Ro, stop diverting. We got to get back on track here. She just started just on Sister Wives. I'm like, okay.
Oh my goodness.
Wives.
I thought Buddha took us off on 60 Days In. Was that what it was?
She did. It's her fault. And then it's my fault because I interjected.
Who interjected Manifest though? Who told you about that? I mean, initially, didn't somebody mention it?
It was like Jamie. I think it was Jamie.
Okay. No, she said it wasn't. I don't think
it wasn't
the
Jamie.
Other day.
Who the hell was that?
Who was it?
Was it Jen?
Maybe you got a calling. It wasn't anybody.
Good.
I had
good.
to.
I like that one.
Oh man. So where were we? Where did we leave off? We were on. Were you on Colt and Debbie or?
Yeah, we were kind of talking about Colt and Debbie, but Colt and Debbie are weird, period. And Colt throws a shit fit yet again. I think they're paying him. Listen, we want you to yell at her even more because people hate that. So we want you to yell at her even more, and we'll pay you even $500. We'll pay you $500 every time you yell at her. I don't.
I hate when he yells at her.
I hate that. And then she'll cry. She's got one of those hearty cries like Natalie that makes you want to cry. It rips your heart out when you hear it.
By the way, Jason still does look kind of like him.
Does he? You looked it up? Send me a picture.
Because he's probably roughly the age he is now. Well,
send me that picture.
I did. I sent you a picture on your text. And he's got a beard now, so he's going to look a little different. I'll try to find a different picture, but I don't know if we're allowed to share him on here. It's not like he's famous, right? We can't get a copyright for our old boss. If you're listening, Jason, see, we just think you look like a guy on TV.
Buddha, what are you, Rose henchman? Hey, yo, Rose says send her a link. She wants to come on your show.
Or else I'll get my people on them.
Yeah, let me get on that.
Get on it right now. I'll take over while you get over the link. We don't want no trouble.
Where
don't have nobody coming and knocking on the door. So what was I gonna say?
What were you going?
Okay, I have no idea. Natalie, and I missed the whole conversation about Natalie and Michael.
Natalie and Michael
is the.
Let me ask you this:
weird relationship.
Do you think that Mike should take her back? I want him to because I think it'll straighten her ass out and give him the woman back that he loves. We got to get rid of the mother though.
Okay, so here's my take on this. Initially, I like the wrong person for Michael because of a couple of reasons. Because to me, when I look at Michael, he just seems like he should want this little farm girl like his mother, right? But there's something in him that is attracted to off the wall, another country, like models going after these girls that, but then it seemed like once he got her, he's like, okay, now that you're here, party's over, this is my life, so you stay here, pack the wood, cut the wood, and and stack it up like with mama and cook in the kitchen, and I'll come home, we'll eat, and we'll go to sleep. And she's like, I want to go to New York, I want to see the world. And she's thinking, oh, the grass is greener. So I'm thinking then he's like, okay, well, I can just have my life back, so I ain't got to deal with her whining. He missed her. She went and found this other guy that doesn't care for her like she felt Michael did. And next thing you know, maybe they needed to test the waters without each other a little bit to actually learn that they do love each other. So I'm going to go with yes. However, I don't know if it will work, but that's my take on it. And Buddha said Michael needs to find someone else. Nat needs counseling. That is the real accurate, logical thing. You're exactly right. But for the show wise, wait a minute!
I can just go to Jen's.
Maybe I'm going to go a year from now. Her and the mother. Oh, I could send it too, but I don't think I have Rose thing or Buddha's. Or we can put it in the chat, right? You want me to paste it in there? Just paste it in the comments. You want me to do that?
You know what, dude?
I'll do it.
Man. I got it. Yeah, there we are.
Oh wait, I just posted. No, don't do that one. That's your YouTube. I just put that on Facebook. Sorry. I'm no better. Okay. Until Michael divorces Mama. Nope. Right. You know what would be funny? What if Natalie and the mother end up friends? I'm gonna predict this. You heard it
I
here
think
first.
they might.
Natalie and the
Who
mother
knows?
are gonna end up very close. We didn't like each other at first. We understand there was issues. She took me to butcher shop. However, now she is sweet lady. And his mom needs a daughter, but she's gotta I feel like that would do her well to actually try to get along with her because she's so judgmental though. She was like, this girl from another country is over here trying to get your money. She don't care about you. She don't want to work. She don't want to, go down the corner and get a job. She wants to do all this crazy acting. Like she was just really closed off for her. But I feel like if she let Natalie in, Natalie needs a mother over here if she's gonna stay, a mother figure.
That's true. That's very true.
And the mother is tough, boy. Like I wouldn't mess with that lady.
Yeah, she's tough.
She's crazy. Natalie's crazy. They'll get along
tough.
Perfectly.
That's why I call her Leatherface. She's got that tough Ford-built face, dude.
But she might be like the egg in my carrot, egg, and coffee bean story.
Her, though, because she constantly picks on Natalie, constantly. Whether it's in front of her face, behind her back, and she loved that she had this faux pas. Okay, because she was able to yell and kick and scream and what? Make up your mind. What do you want to do? You want to be married? You want to come? What do you want to do? She just was just constantly pecking at her. And finally, Mike said, "Okay, come on over here, Mom. Calm your ass down." You know what I mean?
Buddha said she looked tough, and Shonda said they should have been on I Love a Mama's Boy. You're right.
That's what we said. Look, Michael, and Debbie can have a nice little foursome somewhere. Okay. A mama and son foursome. I don't mean that in a weird way, but you know what I mean.
Who else? It was another couple we always talk about.
Oh,
Ed and his mom was like that for a minute too, from Single Life.
Yes. Well, yeah. God, how long have they not been talking now? Like 2 years he hasn't talked to his mother?
Oh my gosh, has it been that long?
It's been a long time.
I can't get over that. All because the best friend hooked up with them. I'm sorry, and the mom didn't seem like that. That was just weird. That whole thing was weird unless they portrayed her. She seemed like a sweet lady. But Chandra called it. Shonda. Did I say Chandra? Sometimes I want to add that R in there. They haven't talked for a year or more, Buddha said.
Shout out to Chandra.
Now you've got me saying it wrong again.
Is it
Shonda? Shanda?
It's Shonda.
Yeah. Shonda. Okay, see, I was right.
It's Shonda.
This is the ultimate prank later of like teenagers.
Why does Rose sound different?
A dad with 2 daughters.
Is that
because Joe's talking in the background?
Oh, I was like, Ro or Joe? Is that the name of the game tonight? Who are we going to get? Hi, Joe. Hi, Ro. Clarissa said real quick, Angela is rude to Michael, telling him he needs to take his Instagram down, and he can't go out without his friends, right? Like she's a double standard, right, Clarissa?
Which is exactly why I didn't even say anything about her. I can't stand
She can flirt with the guy on Instagram and the doctor and everything, but can't even he can't even have an Instagram to make money.
Michael can't look at
money.
Anybody. Michael can't look at anybody. You know what I mean? Michael absolutely can't look at anybody. It's not allowed. He will get whipped and beaten and tortured and called every bitch in the world. But yet and still, okay, dude, what's his name up in Canada? He thinks he's Channing Tatum. He's like 75. It's like, come on, dude. Oh yeah, I got a thing for him, or I was. But no, he's supposed to obey you and not put his Instagram on. He's a grown man. Just like you're a grown-ass woman like you are. And what is with her calling him bitch all the time? It was bad enough she was already degrading him with her tone and everything. And literally, she yelled so much. I was so glad when she was hoarse, dude. I'm like, that's right, bitch. Lose your voice. Lose it!
Like a horse. Hey, Dolly. Welcome in. I saw everybody saying, "Hey, Dolly," and I was like, "Wait, Dolly," and I had to scroll down. I missed where you came in. Hello, Dolly. Everybody's gonna say that right now in their
I
head.
know. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. I'm
can't
not
do
gonna
it.
torture you, Dolly, because you probably heard that all your life. I'm not doing it. It is one of my favorite movies though, because I'm a Barbara Streisand fanatic. That's like not even any bullshit. No cap at all.
There is Clarissa just said, did anyone watch Last of the Walking Dead? So I've never watched an episode of Walking Dead. Call me crazy, or I'm like the weird, I know, odd one out. I've never watched it.
We are both odd out on that because I'm curious about it, but I've still
like a
never
cult
watched
following though. Like people love that show. Like people would get together and have like, watch parties. I even saw bars like housing like,
watch
normally
parties
football
for
games.
it.
After season 5, I was out. It just kept going and going and going, and it was bothering the crap out of me. But Joe just wanted to say something real quick. He's trying to get in here, so
Okay.
go, babe.
Cool.
Hey, I think you're awesome and stuff.
I think you're awesome too and stuff.
We love hearing about you guys. Like we love hearing about your journey and your all the things that you guys do. I love your TikToks. We think you're awesome.
Hey, thanks.
Not a problem, dude.
Yeah, have fun.
All right. Hang out.
Special.
Listen,
We
stay
got a
listening.
visit from Joe.
Oh man.
My husband took over my YouTube.
What? Let him do it, Ro. Don't let him do it.
Okay. So I want to go back. During the whole Colt and Debbie thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I got issues with Colt. Okay. But Debbie isn't perfect either. We haven't lived their lives for the last 20 years or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just as close to my mom. It got to the point we got called into the school because Caitlin told somebody at school that she has 2 moms. And they thought we were a lesbian couple. Yeah. Because it was like, if you can't I would literally spend every day with my mother. Like, I talked to her first before I'd even talk to Joe about something. Like, we were super close. I mean, like, shared clothes out of each other's closet clothes. Like,
man.
Joe and I
get it. You're gonna make me cry. You're gonna make me cry. Don't make me cry.
Well, she came down from her third on our third date. He came over to bring me food because I had to work. And she came down to steal ice out of my ice maker because I didn't lock my front door. And she met Joe on our third date. So, because she just walked in. She also walked in on us doing something else when we were engaged, but we were engaged. And because I didn't lock the door.
They were just making eggnog or something.
Yes, we were making eggnog. Mm-hmm.
Right. Keeping it PC.
I made that up. That's a new way to say
it. But like you said, we had to learn how to separate a little, and I had my time with Joe, and I had my time with her, and I had my time with Caitlin. But the way Colt cut things, just moved out, left her with the whole rent, and was just like, just cut it. I thought was extremely disrespectful. The coming attractions for next week, he looks extremely disrespectful. He's got her in tears. And like you said, because this is when I was like, I'm ready to strangle him, is she's 70 and he has no idea how much time he has left. And I think he's acting out the way he is. And this was my hot take, is he complained because they were so close and now she's gone and he is missing that closeness. Because let me tell you, I lost my mom 3 years ago and I miss her every day. I've even tried to call her.
You know something? When my mom first died, I did that. I found her. Girl, you remember? I would call her voicemail just to hear her voice. For like ever. And then I'm like, this is not healthy because she's not here physically, but you got to kind of move on with it now. You know what I mean? And it's like you never really get over that. You know what I mean? It's your mom, dude. And that's
when I started,
he's messing up, dude, because she's right there.
How old do you think Colt is? Let me ask you this, because
Colt's in his mid-30s.
Yeah, he's
at this
mid-30s.
point he should already be at the point, because I know we all go through this phase where we think everybody's invincible. I feel like when we're teenagers and we don't realize that there is an end, or we don't think about like, oh, I might not have that much time left. I mean, some people do. They're born with it, they're born with that old soul that knows, like, I need to treat my elders with respect, or anybody for that matter, because they could die tomorrow, right? But there are
Yeah.
people when you're in your teens and you're living your own life. And I feel like Colt, because he was so sheltered, he's like a late bloomer. It's like he's 17 and is going to be like, Mom, leave me alone. I've got a girlfriend now, and he's just doing stuff that is, it's like these people go one way or another. It's like, Ed, you don't have to go all the way to Liz and ditch your mother. You can find a way to have that balance by growing up a little bit and just talking to them, like, you know what I mean? Like, I
You
feel
know
like
what I don't get about that?
I'd go
Why
through
did
that
he not
guilt in my
drive to her
mind.
house? Why didn't he drive to her house? Rich does not own your mother. Rich does not have your mother chained in a basement somewhere. Why won't you get
Ed's
your
a
ass
drama
up
king.
and go? Ma, I need to talk to you.
He's very immature and he talks
Period.
through other people. But anyway,
They're,
back to you,
Colt
Rose.
and Liz are doing the wrong thing by ignoring their moms,
Yes,
and then
exactly.
Submit's doing the completely opposite end of the spectrum, and like, just trying to get their approval in any means, willing to
No
have a
balance.
baby,
Right.
just that, get their approval. But like, whenever I would start dating somebody, I'm like, listen, we are a package. It's me, my mother, and my sister. It's been the three of us for so long. It's going to be the three of us. And Joe knew that coming in. And we
Well, if you
even
don't
all bought
stand
a
up for
house
the
and
one you
lived
love, and
together.
no one else is, if you don't stand up for them, who's going to do it? You know what I mean? That's great. I'm glad Joe was like, it seems like he melded right in with that.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's so funny too, because he just seems like the type of guy that if he loves you, he's going to love your family. And that's what I get from him. So I can tell. And I'm the same way. Jen's family meshed with my family and so on and so. I'm like, dude, I fit right in, And you could go there. You could say, "Don't you feel weird being like the only black person all those?" No, because they never make me feel like that. Ever. It's like you're in a situation where it's just everybody fellowshipping and just we're all people, at the end of the day. So,
and like my mom only ever wanted girls. Like she told the doctor when she was in labor with me, if she's not a girl, she's not coming home till she is a girl. And she turned around to Joe one day and said,
the earliest
"You
sex
are
change operation.
You are the son I never knew I always wanted." Like she would take his side in fights. Like not like that we fight, but like, when we were, I'm like, well, he didn't do the dishes. He didn't do the dishes, this, that, the other thing. She's like, the hours he works, get off that man's back, and blah, blah.
So she definitely took, like, she's not like on one side or another, right? Like she went to his side.
Oh yeah, she used to say she got him in the divorce.
That's hilarious.
So like I can kind of see, Debbie's side, and I can see like Colt is regretting what he did now that Debbie's not there. But instead of just saying, "Hey, I regret what I did," he's lashing out like he's a child.
How weird is this? Like, you ever seen people that if their parents like the person, they all of a sudden don't like them anymore? It's almost like, what's her name? Colt and I can't think of the girl's name now. What is this?
Larissa?
Vanessa?
Vanessa.
The one before Vanessa?
No, like Colt and Vanessa. Vanessa right now was in with the mom. Like they bonded. And I was like, finally, Colt's got it perfect. His sweetheart mother that he loves and he doesn't want to move out from has now bonded with his girlfriend. They were even talking behind his back. Remember?
She
like
went Mrs. Bates
she was
on
with
him.
Jessica. All of a sudden, but Vanessa's kind of like, oh wait, okay, this is all working out. This is all going too well. Colt, this is all going too well. She started turning on the mother, and I know that she was being a little overbearing, but it was like almost like once she knew they were together, they both got jealous of one another or something. Like, no, I want Colt's attention. It just went weird on me. I was like so happy that Colt finally found someone that wasn't like Larissa. that wasn't disrespecting his mom?
Because they couldn't act like adults.
Well, at first I thought that, you know what, Debbie is there, you know, she's going to interrupt, you know, but I feel like she should give them some privacy. But, you know, Vanessa initially too was like, she
about
played in. Right. So now is she doing it? Was she doing? And this is the details we're missing, and we'll never know. Was she knocking too much, or was now just her knocking it all?
Being, yeah, like
Vanessa
I
off
got
she
him.
wanted Colt to herself.
I befriended you just so that I could get in with your son.
Now that I'm here, go away, Mom.
Yeah, that's what it made it look like. But they also made it look like Debbie was being intrusive on their relationship. So it might have been a little bit of both, but there was a more gracious way to handle that with Debbie.
Exactly.
Her being and that's what we did.
Puts a variable there. Puts a variable there of, okay, you don't just handle it like you would if she was 40 or 30 or whatever. You know what I mean? You should always respect your mom.
She's your mother.
Yeah, exactly. But they had that type of relationship that he felt like he could do that.
And I had that conversation with my mother and my sister. And I said, listen, the hour before Joe goes to bed, I need just to, you know, have time with him so that we, you know, because he goes to bed really early. So just give me an hour so that we can, you know, decompress about our day, talk about what we need to talk about. And then Sunday was what we called bubble time. And that was my day with Joe. Like, don't bother us. We're doing our own thing. We'll let you know if we want to do something together, but just plan on it just being the two of us. And we acted like adults. Even Caitlin, who was a teenager, like, got it. Like, you know, so I don't understand why they couldn't have a cordial sit-down conversation about, hey, Mom, you know, between the hours of 7 and 9, like, please don't, you know, don't knock on the door. Just let us do our thing, and then give us, you know, Sunday morning, you know, until like 2:00 in the afternoon that we can sleep in and just have that couple time together. And then we'll do something together in the afternoon. We'll do Sunday dinner.
Yeah.
Like, it could have been worked out like adults.
But what if they did that and she was knocking anyway? Because that's what they're making it look like.
They're making it look like that she wouldn't have been able to have that adult conversation.
She was hounding
she would have handled it if it was done appropriately. And sometimes things can be done like, hey, you know, we need some time, but not like ganging up on her.
But in any event, why is he still coming at her like that? They're gone. So why is he still? Because he's got all that repressed anger for her. That's why I'm answering.
Well, no, it's now he realizes how much he misses her. And instead of just admitting it and saying, Mom, I'm so sorry for what I did. I miss you. He's doing the teenage
anger.
Yeah, he's doing the teenage boy thing, you know, like he's 13 or like you said earlier, 17, and being angry about it.
Right.
I'm going to read, Buddha said, this was going back with Angela's, Dolly said at first, I was laughing at that. Yeah, people would sing to me when they speak to me. And then Buddha said, multiple things are happening. Angela is projecting because she's doing what she accuses Michael of doing. Michael has low self-esteem and just wants a relationship or a green card.
No, he wants a green card at this point.
I missed the end of it. And then Clarissa said, oh my God, how I am dating a mama boy. Right. And then Jess said, yes, he just wants the green card. Now he's over the rest of it in reality. And Dolly said, yeah, what is Colt's problem? And then, Colt loves his cat more than his wife, Clarissa said.
Heck yeah. And the cat's got left with Mom.
Happening. I'm assuming that might be when I was saying that now he doesn't like, you know, I don't know what part about it was, but maybe that Vanessa, now that she's like, oh, I better not like the mom because that's who Colt likes, people that don't get along with his mom.
Yeah, and he's probably about to be 40 because he and I are like the same age, and he's acting like he's 13.
Colt
and it's
40?
Yeah, he's about to be. He's in his mid to late 30s.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I was way off then. I thought he was like maybe like just an old looking 25, 30.
No.
Hey Janetta, welcome.
Hey Janetta, how you doing, baby?
You guys posed the question earlier about whether Michael should take Natalie back.
What's
Absolutely
your thoughts
not. Absolutely not.
Why?
Because you wanted to go see what the grass was greener on the other side instead of trying to make it work with me. No. You're not coming back with your tail.
I'm going to play devil's advocate here. The mother and Michael ganged up on her. I would have left too. How they ganged up on her, dude. And then they took her to a butcher shop. They knew she was vegan. What was the point of that? And I think she did call her a hooker. She called her a hooker, and then she's making her look like, what about Bob? Like, I didn't do anything. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. And then Michael.
Yes, I remember that episode, and she totally did say it.
And stick up for your wife, your mother, and stop helping her gang up on her. I would have left too. You know, they ganged up on her. And then when she rolled out and realized, okay, since that didn't work, let me try this one. Let me try that one. It took her about 2 or 3, 4. Nope. You know what? None of these men is going to give me the home and the family that I want. That was Michael. I fucked up. Let me go back. Like you said, with her tail between her legs. But still, you know, I don't think she was completely right in leaving. Look, if you want to do that, divorce the man. Or tell him what's happening.
And that's what we learned on the tell-all. She has no desire to file for divorce until she is in an established, secure relationship. So she is still holding on to Michael like he's her backup plan.
Right.
And he doesn't deserve that.
And he knows it. And that's why he's not running back to her.
Yeah.
Say, oh yeah, come on home, honey. He's not doing that because he's like, okay, no. You're not gonna get me. Twice, shame on me at that point. And he's not doing it. You know, so kudos to him.
I disagree a little bit on Tanya. I've always gotten
gay vibes?
Leslie vibes.
Really?
Yeah. Always, yes. Like she's the straight girl that has a couple of drinks in the bar and starts making out with her friends.
I'm getting them now because remember when she was getting ready, she was like, "Oh, it's different when I'm getting ready for a date with a guy." But I'm like, you know,
I never saw it because she was up Sinjin's ass, so I never saw it. But and usually,
but I think she was so far up there because she wasn't willing to give in. But also, I really, you know, because I have a girlfriend, 2 friends of friends that are this way. You get a couple of drinks in them, and they're trying to attack me.
Is Joe okay with that, or is he with the camera?
Hey, he's a straight white male.
Or is he about to pull out the knife? Like,
oh no! If it was a guy, he would have the knife out. Because it's another woman, he's like, "Hey, bring it on."
Oh, wait a minute. My battery's low.
So I always kind of got that vibe from her that she's like, you know, kind of, you know, likes to test the waters, and now she's like, you know, actually getting into the pool. And the same thing with Tim. Like I always get that vibe from him.
Is that why she
Tiffany and Tanya?
Yeah.
Yeah, that could work.
I think they should hook up. Sinjin would go nuts.
Let's try that mix up. What do we always say? Like we could do like a show called like mix ups where
we should write this shit. I'm telling you.
We should put them all
like they do with Married at First Sight, where they do the island of the couples that don't make it.
Where they put them together. Well, we could actually make them go together and like try to make it work. What did you call it?
Dude,
shake up.
I think I'm gonna. Yeah. Shake them up, shake up, match up, or something like that. Listen, me and my lesbian fantasies
all started liking each other. Remember, like it. Well, not all, but like we had a situation on where Johnny and who was it? Johnny started liking somebody else, or they thought he did on Married at First Sight, and then it was
they went on a date on the reunion episode.
Right. There was like some thing on that particular season for whatever reason. They were definitely moving things around. People were.
And then there was another season where 2 of the cast members went on a date in the reunion episode.
Not Michael, but remember the guy that was like really
Zach
weird.
And
Zach
Bao.
Zach and Bao. That was Johnny's ex.
Yeah. Zach and Val, they
was
went
with
through a bunch of crap because
Clarissa,
as soon
or
as
what
that
was
season ended, Zach got all blown up on Instagram for letting a girl, you know, go down on him. And it was all over the place. I mean, he kept seeing this girl.
Zach was gay. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Yeah.
That was my take on it.
Look, she thinks he's another Colton from The Bachelor. I get that from Justin, though.
Buddha said Tanya is not ready to have a kid. She needs to have her fun first. LOL. Yeah, that's true.
I see that.
Yeah.
I would see that.
But here's my
the
thing.
way Justin was throwing it out at Nate, this you know, in the tell-all, like, you know, take the bass out of your voice and whatnot, and how you know, and yeah, that was projection. Totally, I'm 100% with you on that one.
Yep. And he's pissed because Nate and Ben get along because Ben was his boy. Now Ben and Nate are hanging out and they're all over Instagram together. Ben and Nate hanging out, riding in the bus and working out together. And Justin's pissed.
I mean,
and then,
that's not how necessarily like someone reacts. I think there is some truth to it, in my opinion. But I'm
taking it out on our
opinion.
girl too. What did he tell her? Shut up the other week. I'm like, what? Justin, calm it down, bud. No, shut up. No, not you.
No, I was great. I was so glad that Michael called out Angela this episode when they had the video conference with the guy in Canada.
She shut up, didn't she?
Oh, she looks so embarrassed and stuff. Like, and you know, he's calling her Angel, and Michael's like, "Why are you calling her Angel?" And he's like, "Well, it's a term of endearment." He's like, "But she's married. You don't do that."
Oh yeah, that was good.
Get it, Mike.
Like, go, Michael.
And then Michael starts packing his stuff the next morning. He's like, "I'm out. Peace."
He needs to do that though, because Angela is walking all over that guy. But she's doing it because she's insecure. So the more he does that, the more she'll reel in because she just wants somebody to want her, basically. That's what her deal is with him. You know, like that's why she's like trying to make him jealous, in my opinion, right?
Yeah.
And the more that he'll get jealous, the more that she'll be like, okay, I accomplished my mission.
Yeah, but he can't even have an Instagram account. That's bullshit.
No, because
you know
it's
what
not
I mean?
right. Because she's under the impression that she doesn't have to be respectful to a guy she's dating. It's all about Angela.
And then Shonda said, "I'm so glad Michael finally stood up for himself." And Dolly said, "I was glad Angela got embarrassed." And then Shonda said she wants him to be jealous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you look a hot mess.
You look 100 years old.
Why would he be jealous of you? Okay?
You know,
but he is.
Do you remember the Dare Say No to Drugs stuff? She's the Say No to Plastic Surgery advertisement. Okay, and can we talk about the true hot mess of the last episode of Happily Ever After? Can we talk about Kim and Usman and now adopting the nephew? What's that? WTF? Like, seriously?
What? Adopting what nephew? Did I not see that?
It was at the end of the episode, right before the coming attractions for next episode. She's sitting down at an East African restaurant with her son Jamal, and explains that Usman has come up with an idea of how to get around this second wife thing by adopting the brother's 3-year-old.
I'm confused. What?
Because so Usman has to have a child. That's the deal. So to get around him taking his second wife, because it's illegal in the States, they have come up with the idea of him adopting his brother's 3-year-old, which means the 3-year-old would come with him and Kim would have to raise him.
Look, she's gonna have to deal with it, but why is the brother willing to give up his kid?
Supposedly it's something that it goes on in their community. My hot take is the brother's like, listen, if you're going to the States, you're taking my son with you. That's the only way we're going to approve of this, because my son's going to get a better education.
Wow, that's smart. That's right. Get his ass. That was smart. That's a good chess move right there. It's like, you want to play us? Okay, you got your girl, but you're gonna contribute. You're gonna kick back. I like that.
Yeah.
And then if she wants, it's like, Kim, you can't get everything your way. You got Usman, bitch. Be happy. Okay. So yeah, you got to take this kid. Because what did she think was going to happen when he married someone else and had kids? That she was going to take precedence over a woman with his litter? I mean, come on, get real. He was only going to see you once in a while anyway. You were going to be the side chick.
Yeah.
I'm the first one. It's entitled on paper only, dummy. Okay, he was not going to hang out with you over his children and that woman. So,
and now she's dragging Jamal over to Nigeria for him to meet Usman, because she will not marry Usman until they meet, one, and they have to get along.
Okay, I get that.
And then the coming attraction, you see Usman going, I know you don't like me.
Really?
Yeah.
He never said he didn't like him. He just doesn't like some of the things he does.
So, the tell-all is getting super juicy. I can't wait for them to climb up oh my God, Caesar's butt about this throuple thing that they've got going.
What is he trying to do, Ro? Sister wives with Caesar?
No, there's this new thing out.
Addressing.
Okay, there's this new thing with these Gen Zers about having thruples, where there are 3 people in the relationship. Everybody gets equal time together. So the women get time together, sexual, not just like sister wives. They don't do anything like that together.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they all have time together.
Like, so the 2 chicks have time together, and then both the male and both women separately have time together.
And together. All 3.
And orgy too.
Yes. Well, menage a trois.
Yeah, right.
So this throuple thing is different from sister wives because all 3 parties have their own intimate, finger quotes, relationships.
Interesting.
Yeah, gotta love these Gen Z people. They, they're the
Gen X is still freaking rule.
Yeah, we don't age because we have no F's to give.
That's it. That's it, baby. Let them know.
And because we raised ourselves.
Yeah. Open the latch. Go fix yourself dinner. Watch a movie.
So I can't wait for them to jump up his butt about that. And then Tiffany and Ronald. The way Ronald is like, we're just not going to talk about. We've agreed not to talk about this.
What is going on? Is he beating her up? What's happening?
What?
Because that attack on the television or whatever the camera was, Ronald is losing his shit. Ronald, the real Ronald, has come out. And at first, I thought Tiffany was like so hard on him. I don't know what you want me to do. I'm trying to put the groceries. I'm like, stop yelling, dude. I liked it better when she had him in check because he's a savage.
Yeah.
He's a savage, dude. I see why she doesn't want to be with him. He let the cat out of the bag on that shit, kicking the shit out. I'm like, whoa, Ronald.
Yeah. And don't lie. We know you have a gambling problem. And she's like, I have the receipts. I have the proof.
Right. He does not like that. Well, stop.
And that's when he knocked over the screen and it went, and there's just Sean going, oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I totally missed. Did you see the part earlier? Because it's like when I was listening on the phone when I ran to the kitchen, it's like delayed. But I was like, what?
By 10 seconds.
Adopting the nephew? Like, doesn't Usman want his own kid? And is this kid gonna like resent the father or what? Like, he just got rid of me and sent me over here, but maybe he'll be happy because it was like a better opportunity.
Do you know how old is Usman?
Like, what does he look like? About 25 or so, right?
I was gonna say early 30s.
I'm thinking early 30s too. Okay,
I'm gonna say he's somewhere between 32 to 35.
Okay. I get that. I could see that. Okay, so with that being said, he is at
because mom's like, you need to settle down like yesterday.
Exactly. So I'm getting the idea. Usman don't want any freaking kids. He doesn't want kids. That's the whole key. He don't want
He
no
wants to
kids.
be he wants to be a rapper. He wants to be able to go to the club and whatnot. So he gets to come here with the kid, and that appeases the family because the kid's going to get an education. The kid gets left with Kim to raise. And see, Shonda just said he's 34, so I win the prize, 32 to 35.
Yeah, because if he wanted to arrange marriage and to get married, he would have already done it by now. What is he doing? He's pursuing his career.
Damn it! I put an R in it, Sandra.
From
Shonda. What the hell? I have a cousin named Shonda.
Like Shonda Rhimes.
I just need to picture it how Shonda spells her name so I can say it freaking right. That's crazy.
SHANDA. Shonda, like Shonda Rhimes.
Like we're making it more difficult with the R. It's like we want our lives to be difficult.
I need more middays. I need more middays.
Yeah, she needs therapy.
So this Usman thing, I don't think he's going to be upset. The child,
dude, that's why he's marrying these 50-year-old women so they can't have children. He knows what he's doing.
But the child's perspective, the child is 3, so the child is not going to really have the memories of mom and dad because you really don't start to really retain those memories until between 5 and 7. Right. Like you'll remember things from your 5, but from when you're like 5 or 6, but like your memories are set at age 7. So he's only going to remember this life of living here in the States, and they'll explain to him, I'm sure Usman will have a conversation with him in the car or something like, listen,
and he'll have a big brother.
You came here, so that we could give you a better life than you would have gotten in this small village in Nigeria. You're getting an American education. You'll get to go to American university. You'll be able to speak multiple languages.
Mm-hmm. I don't speak multiple languages.
Well, remember they speak the I don't remember what the language is called, but the language in the Sokoto region. Plus, they speak Arabic as part of the Muslim religion, and then he'll be speaking American English because he'll be taught English here in the States.
Hey, let's go get a 3-year-old. I'm ready.
But the 3-year-old, like, it's kind of like the best end of the package because they're potty trained. They're going straight into, preschool and then straight into school. So it's like Kim's not going to have to deal with them all day until they get home from school.
Right.
So, like that, that's like the great age to adopt because, you don't have to potty train. You don't have to wean.
No, dude, it's fabulous. It's fabulous. And that's exactly I see why he's
terrible twos.
Right. They've just passed that terrible stage where they can actually begin to work with the kid and start preparing it for school and stuff like that. And Kim, she'll love it. It'll give her another chance to raise.
It'll give her something to do while he's
son all over again.
Well, because she'll raise the child more like it's a grandchild. Like if Jamal had a kid tomorrow, she's not going to, complain and moan about taking care of her grandbaby. So, this is kind of like the same sitch almost, except, it'll be in her house.
So it's like their blood in a way, like the closest she'll get to having his kid.
Pretty much, yeah.
And then, like Shonda said, Usman will take him back every quarter when she goes back to visit. When he goes back to visit, per the contract with mom.
Per the contract, you gotta love the contract with mom. Oh my goodness!
Yeah, they drew up a contract with like crayon and shit.
Money in that contract going home to the family. I wonder when.
Of course, absolutely. Yeah. And then the immigration attorney is like, I got to put a kibosh on that because you can't leave the States until you have your 2-year green card.
Right. So you can go back every quarter if you want,
so
but it's not going to happen.
You're not going to be able to go back to every quarter until you've been here 2 years, and we get all the paperwork through. So
I just saw where Buddha. I don't know if I read it or not, but I read it in the chat where it said, "I think Caesar Salad wants a poly relationship." Caesar. Yeah, he
Caesar wants to toss some salad.
He's like, that little dog that thinks he's like the big dog. That's what he feels like when he went over there and met all those women. Like, you're Caesar. He's a nice guy.
Although he finally stopped looking like Mr. Clean.
Got the I'm sitting there doing Tanya's nails. He not only did a mani, he did a pedi.
But did you notice how Debbie was trying to get in on that? And he's like, No, Grandma. No, I'm gonna go ahead and do this one over here.
Yeah.
He was not trying to touch our old ass feet.
Nailed it. Anybody get it?
But the tell-all next week is going to be awesome. And then Ed and Liz in the coming attractions for next week, you can start seeing what the gossip has been for the tell-all, that Liz only did this, because she's starting to say, I'm reevaluating our relationship, this, that, and the other thing. Like, she's laying the groundwork to get the heck out. She's like, I'm done. I don't want to marry you. I didn't even want to be in this relationship, but you paid me to do this season.
Right. Exactly. And then you want to try to defame my character on TV and yell at me and all this kind of crap. No, it ain't worth it.
I swear, straight told you what I think of those, that Ed is just like, he likes what he can't have at first, and then once he gets it, he feels so insecure about having it that he does something to make them feel worse and put them down. He did it with Rose with the whole, you need to shave your legs and brush your teeth, and he's doing it to Liz with, you need to lose weight and you don't know what you're doing in life,
Okay. And then I can't remember if it was last week or this week, and I don't know if you guys discussed it, but the whole thing about the brother-in-law's fried chicken.
Well,
like, you got to try his fried chicken. Like, they made a whole big deal about, like, zooming in on the plate of chicken. Like, is he getting a spin-off, like, cooking show on TLC or something?
Who are we talking about?
Ed's brother-in-law.
Really?
I never
when
saw
they sat
that.
down to dinner the first night, when Liz wound up in tears, and it was like, all I've heard about is so-and-so's fried chicken, and they zoomed in on the chicken.
Yeah, they zoomed in on Ed and them eating the chicken. I remember that. Hey, Kim Turner.
And the big platter of chicken.
Yeah.
I'm like, was that like their deal for doing this? The one episode of the show is to show off the fried chicken so he can, like, I don't know, open a food truck or something. Like, what was that all about? Like,
everybody's using it.
I don't know. Yeah, but like frying chicken.
It's become the biggest grift.
Yeah.
I swear, somehow I'm gonna wind up on the show somehow.
Yeah, you will, making like the meatless meatloaf.
Look, Joe's as big as Andre. Make him practice a Russian accent, and you guys could be the next Liz and Andre.
Well, remember, we only live an hour away from them. Maybe we can get in on it, and they can get into a fight in a bar or something, and watch Joe take him out.
Oh, that would be fun. And then he could throw a drink in it. You could throw a drink in their face.
You could be long lost cousin.
But Joe would say something like, I don't care, about your Eastern European ass. My wife is Eastern European.
Cousin Ro and her husband Joe are coming up this weekend.
Ro and Joe. I love that it rhymes.
I love it. You guys should do it.
Ro, you're Joe. Shonda said she didn't seem too happy about the idea.
Yeah, that was about Kim raising the 3-year-old.
Oh, right. Usman can take his nephew back every quarter when per the contract, right? We were talking about that. And Kim Turner is here. We said welcome.
Yes,
Rose said hi, Kim. Yes. We're all caught up on these comments.
Turner is awesome.
No, we missed Buddha's last comment. As long as his chicken isn't like Paula Patton.
I'm like,
but these two episodes.
It's funny how you can think that, right, Ro? Like when they start focusing on something, like Dawn called The Bachelor before it even happened one season. That's like the last one we even watched, because she was like, why do they have this guy who's not even in the final 2? She doesn't even like him. He's dealing with these kids, like he was
getting a lot of extra screen time.
And she's like, he's going to be the Bachelor. And when he was, I was like, I'm done. This is too programmed. I can't take it. At least make it look real.
The note, I'm like, okay, he's the next Bachelor, right? The kids bonded with him and gave him a note. He's the next Bachelor.
The Bachelor, and now these shows are starting to be like that. Married at First Sight and everything. They become like there's characters, and then they're just inserting characters. Like if
the
it
crazy
were a soap opera, and the next one just comes. Like the crazy. You've got the crazy girl that wants to keep interrupting when he comes to Bachelor. The one that's going to keep trying to get him 100 times, and then you got the one that is like the party girl who's like, making everybody mad from what she's doing, the one that wears the weird costume. Like it just became so
the one that dresses like an animal.
Yeah.
But that's like been those reality relationship shows that going back to Flavor of Love with Flavor Flav, they all had a character to play. The Bachelor is no different. That every girl has a character to play. It's just I'm noticing with 90 Day Fiancé, it's like they add in like with Chantel and Pedro, all of a sudden like they're showing his job, and we're seeing the Delgado Realty shirts, and it's all about Delgado Realty. The signage is everywhere.
And Usman's music.
But good comes with bad comes with the good though, because then she got outed for being a freaking extortionist from years ago.
Well, and what made me really think about this with the fried chicken is I just heard hot goss, straight off the gossip blogs, that this is a sister wives thing, but it kind of relates to all of this. They haven't built on Coyote Pass, which is the property they bought 4 years ago. But Cody has been going with blueprints to the builders, trying to work out that they build at least one of the houses for free, and will show you on camera so that you get the free advertising. And the price per square foot right now to build on Coyote Pass, because it's actually, most people don't live there, it's seasonal, it's second homes. The price per square foot to build right now is $488 a square foot. So if you take the price of their 4,000 square foot homes that they have had, like in Vegas and right now what Robin is living in, no, you're looking at $1.9 million.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So like Janelle wants a 1,200 square foot casita, just 2-bedroom where she lives above the triple garage, 1,200 square feet at $1,488. She's looking at almost $500,000 for a 2-bedroom house.
You have a career in game show hosting. Say that again. $1.4 million.
Billion.
She meant that shit.
That was awesome. No, it's so like after hearing that, like I'm seeing like the fried chicken thing like stuck out to me. Like, why did we have to zoom in on it for 30 seconds? Like, what's he getting out of that? Does he own a chicken store?
Movies, like when you see like somebody, if you ever see a brand name of anything,
they paid for the advertising. Yeah,
right. It's like if you go and like really, a lot of articles in the paper are definitely legit. I'm not going to say it, but businesses that are paying for advertising, get those little articles. I'm just saying, we had some when we remember we would advertise and they'd be like, oh, let's do a story on these 2 girls with a delivery service. All of a sudden, like, okay, but you're not paying for the article, but you've paid for the advertising, so you get the little fun article. Buddha said, don't forget to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe to become a member of the J Crew. We got a lot of people in the J Crew tonight. I think it's one of the biggest turnouts.
Welcome everybody in the J Crew. Thank you
I'm
for
proud to be in the J Crew.
Button.
As long as his chicken isn't like Paula Patton.
What's
Buddha
with the Paula
said,
Patton
if you want to see
chicken?
another, I saw this last night, Buddha, when I was looking for we were getting ready to go on Netflix to watch Manifest, and she said another fun dating show. I saw this. It's called Dating Around. Each person gets 5 people to date in one night. I saw a preview or something of that.
Wait a minute, didn't we see that? Wasn't it a chick?
Yeah,
a lady that had 5 guys in her house, and she dated them and she kept eliminating until it got down to 1 guy.
We started watching it, didn't we?
Yep, we did.
Now I'm starting to think we did start watching it.
But wasn't that a dating show from back in the day where you went on 3 dates and you came back and you had to pick one?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that was the date. That was Love Connection, right?
Love Connection. That's what I think it was.
We'll be back in 2 and 2.
So this is just a modern version of that. Like they can't come up with like new stuff,
right?
Hell no, dude. Look at movie plots. Over and over again. How many remakes can you make? Okay,
well, and now
stop.
they started TV. They ran out of stuff to do besides reality TV, so they started doing, bringing back old shows. I just saw Alyssa Milano on The View, and they're talking about they're possibly getting greenlit a sequel to Who's the Boss.
You know what? I would die to see that.
That's
me too. And then there was
about the name brands that Pedro still wears advertising. Did you know, if you look back, like Johnny Carson and even the Tonight Show and stuff, do you notice when people come on there is when they have a show that they're trying to advertise? It's like everything is advertising or a new movie.
Everybody's always got a new book out.
Mm-hmm.
You notice that too?
Oh God, it's so annoying. It drives me nuts. Everybody's got a book. Except
people
me.
Don't even read books.
I've got this
except
ebook
me.
that I've just done.
It's a free download.
Channing Tatum. He wrote a kid's book.
He wrote a children's book based on his daughter. Yes.
Yep. Spirulina or whatever it is.
Spirulina. That's
I know.
That's
I said it on
good
purpose.
To take. Oh, okay.
Now the one sequel that I did love, it's on Peacock. It's not the Saved by the Bell. It's the Punky Brewster.
They brought back Punky?
Yes. Okay.
But wait,
so listen.
Who's Boss coming back? Wait. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So
With
Punky.
the purple shoes.
Yes. So Salil Moonfry is a divorcing mom. Okay. She's divorcing her musician husband, who's Freddie Prinze Jr.
What?
Yes.
I love it.
Sherry now runs the group home where Punky and Sherry came out of. And Sherry's a lesbian.
Yes.
And the attorney, her wife is the family law attorney, because Punky winds up, bringing in one of these kids who's just like she was, smart mouth and whatnot.
Wait a minute, now Punky's going to be the parent.
So Punky's the parent, yeah.
Punky parent.
It's so good.
Wow. Punky has changed places. How cool is that? I like that.
And she adopts one just like her.
Like, that's a good marketing thing.
She deserves it. You'll have 10 just like you.
Watching TV now that are older that watch Punky Brewster, like that's a really smart thing to do.
I'm proud of Punky, damn it.
Because I would watch, because Who's the Boss was like a big part of my life. I wanted Angela and Tony.
Mine too.
Brewster was like a big part of my life. So it's like all of that sentimental stuff will come into play. I'll watch the replay and then I'll probably hate it. Possibly. Because it won't be like, this ain't the same. Because I didn't like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, but I loved Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
You know what I liked?
Yeah.
Remember that show that came on for a brief moment, Grandfathered, with John Stamos? Dude, that was freaking. Why did they cut that off? And Grinder with Rob Lowe, they came on like back to back. What the hell happened to those?
Remember About a Boy?
I love those shows. About a Boy was amazing.
That was reminded me of Who's the Boss, where it was like that relationship.
They were about to hook the parents up. And
they were about to hook them up.
He had moved to California, but he started missing being back where he was.
People love
they
those
hook them up.
Edgy shows about like these people, we know they like each other, but they're not completely hooking up. They just keep hanging on, and then it's like once they hook those people up, they like
the show goes.
People dip off. You've reached 100 messages. It says.
And then Shonda just said they did this with Gilmore Girls. It was disappointing. Yes, but I'm hoping they go further with Gilmore Girls. It's in talks, because right at the end, Rory tells Lorelai that she's pregnant, and we don't know which one's the dad, the boyfriend or Logan. So like I kind of would like to see them pick it up with Rory's had the child and she has a similar relationship with her child like she had with her mom. Like Punky Brewster, it picked up with Punky being the mom and adopting a child just like at the same age Punky was. Who's the Boss? It's the spinoff, because Alyssa got cut off by something Whoopi was saying, but she started saying that it's going to be her and Tony Danza.
Who, Alyssa Milano and Tony Danza?
Yes.
He's coming back?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So she was saying that they just sent the script to the studio, and they're waiting for it to be greenlit for them to start.
Wow. So Tony Danza's going to play Alyssa Milano's older father. Are they living together and she's got a kid now?
Wow. Are you kidding me?
I don't know. She didn't tell us what the script was. She's just saying it's a sequel to Who's the Boss.
Okay, this is my inner writer I'm sharing with you. So this is what they're gonna do. They're gonna make her. She's gonna take Angela's place, and whoever was Danny, whoever the son was, what was her brother is now gonna be her son, and Tony Danza is Mona.
Yes, and then they're gonna bring in a guy to play the nanny.
Right.
What?
Because it'll be like opposite. Like it'll be like the guy nanny.
Right. Well,
right.
No, because Tony would have been the nanny, kind of.
Right.
Right.
He was the housekeeper.
Yeah, he was the Manny.
I never thought about that before. Manny. Am I like sleeping that?
Manny.
Do people call
Did
it
you
Manny?
make that up, bro?
No.
That a thing?
If you watch This Is Us, the one of the three twins was on a show called The Manny, where he was a male nanny.
Okay.
Wow.
I never heard that before. I'm like, how did I miss this for 40
How do you
years?
know everything, Ro? Are you from this
Ro
planet?
knows.
What the hell's going on? She knows everything.
You know what's
Look,
funny
what is that
is
movie,
I'm looking
Jen?
at Ro's picture, right? And like, you ever
How
seen
come you know so much about so much? Remember that?
Oh yeah,
that was
was
like one of the
one
best
about
movie lines ever.
It was
you ever
the
see
the one with a funeral. It was about a funeral.
What
Remember?
is it? Wedding what?
7
babe?
weddings and a funeral.
Was it 4 weddings and a funeral?
No,
yeah.
it was no.
It was a spin-off of that though.
It had
oh
my
was
God,
a British
what's the
guy
from...
said, "How do you know so much about
so much?" Who was in it? Oh my God, the guy
from
4
weddings and a funeral was Hugh Grant's first movie.
Hugh Grant, right? But
it wasn't. It wasn't that movie. It was another movie that mirrored that movie that came out later on.
Dermot Mulroney was in it. Dermot Mulroney, you know Dermot Mulroney, right?
But it was just like 4 weddings and a funeral. It was the same concept, everything. It was just like a more modern movie of that.
And wait a minute, it was Dermot Mulroney, and it was the girl that played Grace from Will and Grace.
Oh,
Wedding what, dude? You know what I'm talking about, that?
Yeah,
the wedding date. Where he hires him to go to the sister's wedding in England.
I love
exactly it.
movie. We
yeah.
were rom-com fanatics, and that is one of
my I love that movie. Absolutely. I was thinking Love Actually for a moment, but no, The Wedding Date, where she takes all the money out of the ATM.
Yes, I freaking love that movie.
For just
and
a
she
second,
takes a male escort, and they end up falling in love.
How do you know so much? I'm looking at Ro's picture, right, and all of a sudden I'm seeing like the circle around it looked like it was like, you know, the hair that the like wise men used to wear, like the wigs.
Did you
like
smoke?
all of a sudden no, but it was weird because just for 1 second when you said how do you know so much, I just looked at her like, oh, and it almost looked like she had like one of those headdresses on.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, for the record,
did you eat mushrooms?
For the record, that is my natural hair. That was my birthday last year. My girlfriend curled my hair for my birthday.
Cool.
I like it.
But yeah, it does look like those old school, like British wigs. Yes.
But I'm not sure
it just needs to be white and powdered.
Circle around it.
Right.
No, I think I like the way your hair is. I'm saying like around it, the circle is what I saw just briefly.
Yeah, those are the yellow walls in my kitchen.
Right. That's why
I'm glowing. I have an.
You're
glowing. You're an orb.
I have an aura around me of knowledge.
Yes.
No, I just have a really good long-term memory. That's why people hate playing like trivia against me, because I retain stupid and useless information.
Too.
I do good
and
at
people's names
choice,
and stuff.
though. I can figure it out based on the question. Like even if I don't know the answer. Yes. You want to?
We should do a trivia on here.
Ask me a question.
Does anybody own Trivial Pursuits or anything?
I think I do. I think I have the 90s version. Where it's all questions about the 90s.
We should play it.
Kim said she loves that movie.
We should play that live. Dude, that would be so cool.
Yeah,
you
trivia
could host
night.
it. You could ask us the questions.
Take over trivia.
I want royalties. I want royalties,
No, look,
damn it.
she's trying to get you to ask the questions because you know all the answers. We have to take turns asking the questions.
Dude, my writer vibe is off the chain tonight. I took a hit, so.
Oh my God. I was just, okay, I know we are so off on a tangent, and this is what you were talking about earlier, that I am the tangent queen, but
I love it.
you mentioned your writer vibes. I have been having these weird dreams lately, and I was talking to Joe about it, where I literally, it's like it could be a movie or a book. Like I see from the beginning to the end credits or the last page
Yep.
as a dream. And it's like I was telling him about one of them, and he's like, I'm going to get you one of those old school tape recorders so you can get up in the middle of the
like the
night
micro
and
cassette
record it
that's
before you
cool.
forget
Don't you
it.
always want one of those?
Yes.
Because it's all like fantasy.
I used to have a
Like,
little tape recorder like that.
it's like young adult fantasy. So I'm not like reliving Hunger Games or Divergent or any of those, but it's like dystopian worlds that I've made up in my head.
Cool. Well, we need to see them. So write the book.
And what kind of Starbucks do you have again?
So they can turn it into a movie.
I need to drink her coffee because I
haven't had any
writing
coffee.
books in my sleep.
This is the vegan energy I was talking about.
And it does enhance creativity.
Meatless Monday plug, y'all.
See, look at that. Look, she's writing pictures.
She's
and
writing books in her sleep if you're vegan.
Yes, and seeing the movie and the credits already. She's having visions. See, I need to go back to manifest.
And no mites and no night sweats.
Nice. You sound happier. Cool. You're giggling. You sound happier.
I am. I feel so much better.
You feel light, right? Like it's just like lighthearted, focused energy. I mean, it's crazy. It's like a drug.
I was telling Joe, I'm like, listen, I was bad for lunch today, and he's like, oh. I said, yeah, I ordered in the sweet potato souffle from Boston Market for lunch. And he's like, seriously? Like, when you say you've been bad, like,
right.
I'm expecting to say you ordered a steak or something.
I was like, I was so bad. I had 5 almonds or something. I said,
I remember that. Like, no, I had 3 peanuts. I'm good. I'm like, what?
It's weird. Your stomach gets shrunk, and it's like you feel like you're cheating when you have like weird processed stuff, or you're ordering out. And most people like thinking I'm gonna say, "Well, I cheated. I had 2 steak dinners."
And it's like I think about it, and it's like, why am I? Because you have not eaten meat for 2 years, dummy. You have not eaten dairy in months. That's why you feel good. Stop trying to feel bad, damn it.
But I felt like I cheated because I ordered in. But I ordered sweet potatoes and the mixed veggies.
Why'd you feel like you were cheating now?
Because she ordered
the sweet potatoes with the marshmallows and the brown sugar crumble.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I get it.
But is it vegan?
That was a cheat. But it was a good cheat.
Yeah, it's totally vegan. I double checked the ingredients on Boston Market's website. But
we do not have to live on salads, damn it. That's a stigma.
But like you were saying recently, you can eat the sweets and you can eat, some stuff that would be considered junky and still lose the weight and stuff because you're not getting all the crap from the meat.
Did you ever see this video? I don't know if I sent it to you, or I'm gonna repost it now that you're on the group. But there's a video where Dr. Neil Bernard talks about. He's like, you think it's the sugar in the stuff that's making you gain weight.
Because that's what we've been taught.
It's that little bit of that's butter and the animal products that they're putting in the cookie that is actually causing all the problems. Because I eat a lot of carbs. Dawn can testify to this. And I don't go over 128 pounds. Like, I eat a lot of potatoes. I eat a lot of rice. I don't eat any animal products.
She went after weight.
So how is that happening?
Pull it in.
I can't wait to send you that video. But have you watched What the Health yet? It's all in there. Oh, do it tonight. I'm telling you, it's only like an hour long. It will be the best thing you ever watched.
I've sat there and read an NIH research paper on the A1C thing and how I know we've
That is
gotten
so
completely off
rogue.
topic, and we're not
That is
trying to
so
force any.
rogue.
I'm not trying to force any of you to go vegan, but I've been
I'm
trying to
not
bring.
either.
My mom was diabetic. Joe is pre-diabetic, and I'm trying to bring their A1Cs down. And the NIC has a research paper that the best diet is plant-based diet to bring down your
It
sugar,
is. You're
because
gonna
they
find
explained.
everything. Insulin resistance, right?
Yeah, they explained the insulin resistance in that when we take in that meat protein and all that meat fat, our bodies are now no longer accepting
Right.
the
The
sugar
insulin.
The
into our
sugar doesn't know where to
cells.
go
Right.
because the cells are clogged
Yes.
up with all the shit that we're putting in. Pardon me.
Yeah.
So like now, you and I the three of us, we can do the vegan ice creams, and we can do
Yeah,
the
because it
sweet
has
potatoes
somewhere to
with some
go.
marshmallow on them, because our sugar has a place to go.
Exactly.
No,
But
I
you've
love
got to
that you read
detox your
this.
system.
This is the first person I've ever met that actually read the article, other than me drilling it in Dawn and making her watch the stuff that I've watched.
Well,
Like,
I didn't.
you did it
I
for
read the whole
yourself.
research
You
paper
read
with
the
the
whole
diagrams
research
of the
paper. All
cells.
I saw was Dr. Bernard's little diagram of how, oh, this is where your
That's a
sugars
rogue
go.
thing, Jen.
I
She is
love
stuck.
it. But now it's
This is
resonated with her because she feels like she understands the logic behind it. Me just
right.
saying, like that's why when you're a kid, you
Oh,
can
oh,
eat
oh.
a cookie or a banana and you're not going to get backed up into the bloodstream of sugar because you're not insulin resistant yet because you
Your
haven't put
body
all
has
that meat and
changed its
stuff.
biochemistry.
We're losing Shonda.
This speaking combos are I love a steak. We'll talk to you next week. I'm sorry, Shonda. We got off on a tangent. Okay, that's for
You
Meatless
are ruining
Monday.
my show. Stop
And
it. No.
and that's
Alright.
why I prefaced what I was
I
saying
used to
with,
love a steak
I'm not
too.
pushing this on anybody. I'm just sharing what I learned and how I'm feeling. I'm not
Right.
asking, like, I'm not making my
That's all
house
we can
do
do
it.
is tell our story.
I know,
Yeah.
but you know
Yeah.
what? I tell
We
you
don't
what.
make our house sweet.
We're gonna keep the listeners. So let's talk about it on Meatless Monday.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's
Okay.
go to that. And you know what? We'll show that video on Meatless Monday.
Chandra, you
I'll
get your
talk to you
butt back here,
offline.
girl.
Chandra,
I
Okay.
we're
got
not
you.
talking about it
Let's
no
do it.
more.
All
The
right.
stakes are
Monday,
high.
Dawn,
Meatless Monday. That's what it's for. What?
I
next
didn't do it,
Wednesday,
Dawn. You did it.
Yes.
I am probably going to interrupt your midday meltdown, but I'm going to make my bolognese sauce. If you want to do a video chat, I can walk you through it step by step, and you can make it too. I can message you the
Wednesday?
ingredients. Yeah, not
Oh,
this Wednesday, next
okay, but
Wednesday.
that's okay. I go in late on Wednesdays, so I
Yeah,
can
we're
do
gonna
it. What
work it out.
time?
Well, she's talking
I
about coming in the midday.
Oh, cool.
well, I usually cook it between 10 and 12, so it
Oh,
might
that's even
overlap
better.
into your midday, but
But I'll just bring you in. Or we'll, if you're wait a minute, what?
well, basically I was saying I'll give you a video chat cooking lesson. We'll walk through it step by step, because yours
Okay.
will cook at the same time as mine, and then we'll do, okay, this is the next step. Okay, so I'll send you an ingredients list the day over the weekend, so you can pick everything up, and then
Okay.
we'll walk through it.
Okay,
Sounds
that's
good.
cool.
And we'll go live at 12:30 regardless of where we're at in the process.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan. It sounds like fun. We're gonna
Me
cook
Because you
for
some
said
it. I'm gonna play
I
it again.
bolognese.
I'm
caught you
gonna
at the
play it on
beginning
Meatless
talking about my
Monday.
bolognese with the wine, and now all you want is
Yeah.
bolognese. So
I
I'm going
want
to teach
that.
you
I
how to
want
make
that
it yourself.
mush loaf, whatever you had.
I will be the
Oh,
student.
I want a
yes,
mush
my
loaf
mushroom
lesson when
meatloaf.
you're done. We're getting a food processor, I
What
think,
about the
maybe for
mushroom
Christmas.
meatloaf with the bolognese sauce?
What does the bolognese
Why
sauce
not?
go with? I almost made spaghetti tonight too. All
Well,
right,
I do shell
Dolly,
pasta, because
Dolly's
or a cheddar,
pick up from work.
because it picks up it holds on to the meat sauce like a little cup.
Yeah. And little explosions. I love it. I love it. It's like
Wait, what
ravioli.
is bolognese?
Meat sauce.
I love it already.
But we're going to make it with Beyond.
I
Yeah,
know.
that works.
So I will send you the ingredients list of what you'll need, so that you'll have everything.
You get the Beyond in the little square things that like comes like in ground meat, or do you get the one that's like in the burgers?
I do it either way, because right now our local supermarket, like we were talking about the other day,
Doesn't
has
have meat.
Beyond hamburgers, buy one get one free.
Did you see the cookout boxes since you were eating Beyond?
The what boxes?
They have a I think it was called cookout box or something like that. When it comes like summertime or when it gets in spring, look out for it. They sell like I think it was like remember what was it like 20 Beyond burgers? It was like a box and like
Okay.
they had it decorated like with the Beyond meat and stuff.
Yeah.
Logos, and it was like a long box. It would look like almost like a bread box would look. Let's just say, or like a rectangular box. Remember it had all those burgers in it we had in the freezer last summer, or not last summer, the summer before. But they bring them out every summer. We just didn't like get into a lot of the grilling last year.
Yeah.
But it had like, I mean, it was a good deal. It was like $15.99 for like 20 Beyond burgers, something crazy.
Okay. Now, but remember, when I cook like I'm cooking for 20. So plan on making a lot of sauce that you're going to freeze.
But I eat the same thing for like a month. I don't even need to freeze it, dude. I'll eat it.
It'll get eaten.
Okay, because we're talking like
20 days straight.
At least 3 pounds of meat, a couple pounds of pasta, a big can of tomatoes.
We actually have that big can of tomatoes.
Dawn just said
we've already got one thing.
Packs of ramen noodles for just her.
So, yeah, we'll do that next week.
Everybody in on my ramen noodle fetish. I didn't think that needed to be shared with everybody.
I didn't say you were eating them all tonight.
I like ramen noodles. What?
And
I'm a big girl. I like to eat like 2 or 3 packs at one time, maybe 4.
I'm a Harry Potter addict. Okay, I just got the stupid cookbook.
I want that cookbook.
Wow, I do too. That sounds like a good.
I'll send you the link through Dawn's Instagram to the cookbook.
Okay.
Because it's awesome.
I'm on Instagram too, JJ
We
Vegan
can
Knowledge.
make Hogwarts
I didn't know
food.
Hogwarts food. It sounds funny. Hogwarts. Ooh.
Yeah, no. The first time I heard it, I'm like, okay, you guys couldn't have come up with a better name for the castle.
Well, you got to remember, you've got Hogwarts, the castle where they go to school, and then Hogsmeade is the town right next to it.
Right, I know. Where the bar is. What's the name of the bar? I forgot the bar name.
Oh, the Three Broomsticks?
Damn it, girl!
Yeah, because the Leaky Cauldron is the one in London.
Oh God, you go that deep?
Oh, girl, yeah, I followed the Super Carlin brothers where they do like these deep dives into, how things are connected and who's related to who back in the day.
Right. Wow. What are they on YouTube?
Yes. They're 2 brothers and they're Super Carlin brothers, like George Carlin.
Yeah.
And their logos, hey brother. But like if you watch the Fantastic Beast movies, the American baker guy, I forget his name, they actually traced it back that he's actually most likely a non-magical person, which is a squib, and he's part of the Hufflepuff bloodline.
Really?
And that's why the magic to erase his memory didn't work on him. Because he's actually magical, he just doesn't have his own magic.
Right.
So I used to go to the Harry Potter movies with Dawn so that I could have the nachos and cheese. I don't even eat cheese anymore.
And that wasn't cheese.
What?
What?
That's cheese product. It's not really cheese.
Oh,
just like Velveeta is not actually cheese. It's a cheese product.
I love her. She knows this too. What is happening here?
You're
Harry
taking
Potter
it way too seriously about the Velveeta.
I love it.
My mother would not. I wasn't allowed to have Kraft singles. I wasn't allowed to have Velveeta.
Well,
I wasn't allowed to have nacho cheese because it wasn't real food.
Right. Well, it's not.
That's perfect for a whole food really plant-based diet. So tell me about this.
It just looks like real food.
These guys are going are you saying that they're taking the Harry Potter and they're like doing like a backstory to it? Like
they're
is that
figuring
what the discussion is?
They go back in the books and like the Pottermore lore and figure things out. Like the fact that this guy
write new stuff based on it.
and they
Like
and they cite where they found it in the books or in Pottermore to put these theories together.
But this is just somebody somebody wrote a book and now they're,
capitalizing on it.
No,
Yeah,
but they're
and they
taking
do
their own take, and like they're finding history in a book that somebody wrote out of their head.
I know.
And J.K. Rowling's website Pottermore, where she posts stories, backstories, and stuff. And then they'll do Harry Potter trivia against each other, where someone else asks them questions, and they're like super super hard questions. So it's really enjoyable. So Super Carlin Brothers.
I would be terrible at that.
Brothers, and I'm gonna look up Pottermore too.
Oh yeah, you go. The first thing you have to do on Pottermore is get sorted into your house, and then you have to pick your wand, and there's a quiz to pick your Patronus. Mine is a pug.
Really?
I
gotta do it.
Are you in Florida where that amusement park is?
Where
Universal Studios?
Yeah.
Yeah, where the new Harry Potter thing is?
Have you been on that?
Yeah, we have annual passes.
Well, you say that like I'm supposed to know, Ro.
Sorry, like we're okay. So Caitlin and I are super into it. That's how I actually fostered her love to read. Is she wanted to see the movie that was coming out, and I said not until you read the books, because it was like the fourth movie. So she had to read the first 3 books first, and then the 4th book.
The books were so much better than the movies. That's how it always is.
Yes,
But the books
but
were
then
so
what we
much
would
better.
do.
Book.
Then what we would do is in the car on the way home from the movie, we would compare and contrast. You had to tell me what was different, what was similar, what was missing to get her ready for like the SATs, because you have to read the paragraph. And so like we did that in the car on the way home from the movies. She's got the whole thing. She's got the robe, she's got the interactive wand that you can use all over the park. She's got the tie, she's got sweats. I mean,
which
you
tie?
remember when we went to
she's
Paisley Park,
Hufflepuff.
Dawn was in her element. Like, I feel like I want to go to this Harry Potter park.
I'm gonna be a
because
Gryffindor all the way.
I saw Dawn in Paisley Park like a kid in a candy store, and I'm not even sure where you could take me that I would, unless it was like some kind of vegan vacation or something. But like to see her in her, I probably wouldn't get that giddy in anything, but kinda. Maybe.
Well, we offset each other.
If I saw Dr. Neil Barnard or something in person.
Yeah.
But like the cool thing about it is I love seeing her in that like element of like, oh, this is like this childlike excitement.
Being a kid again.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, hold up. Dr. Neil Barnard, we're going back to that. Mine's is a place. Yours is a guy.
Well, I'm just thinking of something vegan. I don't get excited about anything. Maybe if I saw
Caitlin
Tony and Angela from Who's the
I'm
Boss,
going to have my jealous lesbian fit right now, okay? Please.
Oh,
Thank
I don't
you.
like Dr. Neil Barnard. I don't definitely
That's
don't
all
even
I know.
like people named Neil
sure?
Barnard.
You sure? Okay.
But Jen,
No,
I can understand that, because when Caitlin was younger, the only TV show she watched was Good Eats on Food Network.
Oh,
because
I watched that.
Our boy.
You got
I love Good Eats.
You got the history of the food. It was a science project.
Yep.
She loved it. So when Alton Brown came to our local bookstore, we went to the signing.
That's him.
Nice.
People had made the sock puppet, yeast. I mean, people like really into Good Eats, and we bought, because it was Caitlin, myself, and my mom, and there were 3 volumes, so we bought one of each volume for him. So all 3 volumes are signed.
And
wow, that's pretty awesome.
Okay, but watching her in Harry Potter, because that's our thing. We have you'll see it when we're in my kitchen. One of the attorneys I work with was getting rid of it. He had bought it for his son, who was a Harry Potter fan. I have one of those like giant posters from the movie theater of the first movie framed, and it's even signed by the artist who did the renderings, and it even has the AOL keyword, and it has the 2001 copyright.
Wow, that is awesome, dude.
What is the one thing that stands out to you, like the one lesson in Harry Potter that you really enjoy?
Good will always trump evil, and love is the greatest power in the world.
Yeah,
because it's love that protects him.
And
his mother's love is what protects him from the curse.
Luther King's like only love can, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Only love can conquer all. And
That's
I'll
the only
never
defense
forget.
to hate is love.
That's how he defeated Voldemort when he was a baby. You know, Voldemort tried to go and
use the killing
destroy
curse, and his mom's love in jumping in front of him is what saved him.
Avada Kedavra.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that. When he did that to Sirius in the movie, good God Almighty. I'm like, no fucking way! No! He just
Oh God,
got
and he
him!
falls through the portal,
And
the
then
mirror.
the way he looked at him when he was going up, he's like, damn, man, I'm sorry. You know?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But those are the two big takeaways. And then Caitlin is in reading those books at a young age and watching all of the people in Harry's life pass away, it actually helped her prepare for the people in our family who have passed away. Like she knew that was a part of life.
Yeah. I got introduced to it when my
And that
grandfather
they're and the thing at the end when they come out of the wand and he's like, will you guys stay with me? And they're like, we're always with you.
Yeah.
Like that's helped her a lot with my mom. Like she knows mom's always around.
Yeah.
So like I actually, Harry Potter, yeah, it's a great escape. It's a great, book series. It's a great movie series, but there are so many life lessons. But let me tell you, living in the Bible Belt, teachers took the book away from her because it was witchcraft. They didn't believe she was actually, she's in second grade and she's reading it. And the teachers didn't believe she was actually reading it. They would make her read it out loud and then tell them what she had just read because they didn't believe she was actually reading it.
Well, what did they think she was doing with it?
Just,
what is the Bible?
flipping the pages and looking at the drawings.
Where were you at the time?
Here in Florida, but we are in a very Bible Belty, religious, Republican, conservative area. We're not on the East Coast, which is very much more liberal.
My soul.
Like Caitlin's school, like the first time, her high school, we were there with the FFA selling at homecoming, selling boiled peanuts, and like the homecoming floats come around, and they actually have a Bible club, and I'm like, Bible club? How are you allowed to have Bible club? Like we had GSA, we had diversity clubs. We weren't allowed to have Bible club.
Wow.
And one of the moms who knew we were from, up north goes, welcome to Florida. It was seriously like watching Varsity Blues. Like the other team came with their own sheriff's car. Like it was the weirdest thing I'd ever experienced in my life.
Speaking of Rob Lowe.
Right.
But yeah, so we got called in because Caitlin was reading books about witchcraft. Then we got called in because she had two moms.
You know you were impressed because I knew Rob Lowe was in Varsity Blues. I will tear you apart in movie trivia. I will eat you up.
Let's do it. I'll be the game show host because I'm not good at movie trivia. I'm good at sports trivia and maybe food trivia.
No, what we need to play the game they used to do on Will and Grace where they played celebrity.
Okay. How do you play?
You put different names of celebrities in a hat, and it's kind of like $25,000 pyramid, where you give clues and you have to guess who the celebrity is.
Oh, that's neat. Okay, let's do one. Ready? You go first.
Okay. Started on Laughing. Is with Kurt Russell.
Goldie Hawn.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna say it.
As soon as she said Laughing, I thought Goldie Hawn, but Kurt Russell sealed it.
Well, when she said Kurt Russell, I was thinking Goldie Hawn, but then I didn't know about Laughing. See,
but now who's Goldie Hawn's daughter?
Kate Hudson. Come on, girl. Come on, baby.
I wanted to be the game show host because I'm not going to be good at this, but I wanted to play. Okay, let's do it again.
Stop me. I feel it coming. Come on, keep it coming.
Keep what coming? Like you want another one?
Yeah. Kevin Bacon.
Okay, let's another celebrity.
Kevin Bacon. I was just trying again.
No, that's my mom's hall pass. Okay. Welcome Back, Kotter.
Gabe Kaplan.
Boy in the Plastic Bubble.
John Travolta.
Yep.
Oh, this is fun. I just like listening and cheering along. Okay. All right. Do you want to give her
But you notice I went with his first roles.
Yeah.
And
like
none
the
that
way you
he's
did
like
that.
super
This could
famous
be a
for.
game show. Wait, we do the first movie ever and then a more modern one and you have to guess the celebrity. It could be structured like this.
Come on, let's keep going.
Okay. Rent.
Anthony Rapp.
Wicked. Glee.
Oh man.
Frozen.
Oh.
Is it a girl?
Yes.
Oh God. She just hosted fucking
Gwyneth
Love.
Paltrow.
No, she just hosted Love Island.
Ex-wife of Taye Diggs.
Hathaway or
Nope.
ex-wife of Taye Diggs. No, wait a minute. She just hosted. Is she now married?
No. She looks just like Leah Michele from Glee. She actually guest starred on Glee.
You know what? I didn't Glee, you got me. But Wicked and
Rent. Both the original musical and the movie.
I think you got me on that one.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Idina Menzel.
Okay, I didn't know.
She met Taye Diggs
Buddha
when
knew.
they started on Rent.
Buddha
knew?
Buddha.
Okay, go Buddha.
Yay, Buddha.
Idina.
I
had no idea.
She was the voice of Elsa in Frozen.
See, I didn't know that.
I didn't
either.
see any of those. That would be
Okay.
why.
Well, okay, then this one's going to be for Buddha. Buddha, who was the other voice, the voice of the other princess in Frozen? I will give you guys, I will let you guys play because you'll figure this out. She is married to a guy that was on Punk'd and is friends with Ashton Kutcher. She had a TV show with Ted Danson.
Shelley Long.
No.
The new show?
Ted Danson. Oh, the one where they were in the like they're in heaven and shit.
They're like a different world or something like that. It's
The Good Place.
Like Happy
Jennifer?
Days. The Good. That's what it was.
Nope, it's not Jennifer.
It's not me. I didn't do it.
Okay, husband is Dak Shepard.
I know this.
I know this too.
She was in the movie Bad Moms with Mila Kunis.
Oh man. I gotta brush up, dude.
Her first show was Veronica Mars.
I know all this stuff, but I can't place who that is.
Okay, we're gonna start the countdown. Ready? 10, 9.
Kristen Bell.
Yes.
Who?
Good job, Jen.
Jen looked it up.
Bell. I looked it up. I did it, but I did it in a roundabout way, though. I didn't really know from the beginning. I said Good Life, Ted Danson.
I know. I gotta try to do it off the memory, though. Oh well.
I know. I wanted to, but I was never gonna get that.
What's the score? I got 3 and I
you're winning.
missed 2, right?
You're the only one playing. I'm not really playing.
Well,
I'll play.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do it.
Dawn got 3.
Yeah.
Jen got 1, and Buddha got 1.
But I definitely got disqualified because I looked it up. I should be at 0. All right, I'll play. I'll take my 1 point.
Noble.
Barnes and Noble.
Okay. Playing off Ted Danson. Ted Danson.
Okay. Oh, I love Cheers. If you're going there.
I'm going to Cheers.
All right.
Married to Danny DeVito.
Rita Perlman.
Yes. Carla. Good job, Dawn. See, this is a game celebrity. It's
Carla was her name, wasn't it?
I love it.
Okay, so like you could also throw like
Actually, Rhea Perlman. I said Rita. It's Rhea.
It's Rhea. RHEA. Rhea.
Yeah.
RHEA. I didn't even know that.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's see. We'll do one more. Multiple MTV video VMA performances. Number one song of the 90s.
Prince.
No.
Michael Jackson.
Madonna.
Madonna.
Oh man, we went with of course it was a woman.
But like when you're playing in teams and playing celebrity, like I could have thrown out, if like we're playing a team, like
So
I said,
you
it's
would
like
get a
$25,000 pyramid. I could have just said the word Vogue.
Right.
Right,
Okay.
And you would
I
have known.
love this.
Okay,
I
so
love pyramid. Like, don't you just want to sit there with that little thing that they used to have in front of them, that little
yes,
screen, and like you're
I
like
love
ready. You want
Match
to hear
Game.
Dick Clark say,
Match Game
"Ready,
was awesome.
go." Oh, I love Match
That's
Game
like one of the
too. I
first
love
games
all
I
the
ever fell
old
in
game
love with.
shows.
Okay,
We should have
does anybody
OGSN,
remember
old
Hollywood
game show night.
Squares?
Yes,
Yes,
because
Can
yes.
we
I can
bring
do
back
the
Hollywood
joke answer
Squares?
like
Paul
no other.
Lynde, he was always in the middle, remember?
Yes, he
So
was
was
the
Whoopi
center square.
Goldberg.
Yep.
And
If
Whoopi Goldberg.
if I could be on there, I could do the joke answer. I could
And
do
then
the
there were
joke answer for
episodes
you
where
guys.
people would like climb through the
You would have
squares,
said yes.
like randomly.
Mhm. I loved Hollywood Squares. Oh
X
man, all
takes
these
the
That
old
would
square.
game
be
shows. I'm gonna
so
go
cool.
just watch Game Show Network for the rest of the night.
We're gonna remake all these shows.
Yes, let's do it on here. Let's do
Well, they
Game Show
brought back
night.
Press Your Luck with the whammies.
I
Yeah.
love Press Your Luck, dude.
I remember the guy that
Okay.
like beat it.
And if you ever want to feel old, you've got to watch Kelly Ripa's new game show called Generation Gap. So
Oh,
it's
really?
a grandparent and a child play together, and it's like the grandparent has to answer questions about Gen Z, and
Oh wow.
the kids have to like one of them was a rotary phone, and they're like, "What is this?" And
The
the
guy
kids looking
thought
at
it
her
was
like,
a
"I have
chicken,
no
a
idea what that
rotisserie
is."
chicken. I'm seeing a phone spinning around. Oh, is that a rotisserie
You said I have
phone?
no idea what that is.
Yes.
Yeah, because
It
kids
makes you
don't
feel
know
so
stuff.
old because we
It
know both
does.
sides
Yeah.
being Gen X. Where
Right.
the older generation, like, and the older generation gets so excited when they know, like, the current celebrities or the current music, like, they all get so excited, but it's
It
like,
would be much easier for like them to know the current celebrities though with social media than somebody like younger to know what a rotary phone is.
Yeah.
I had a rotary phone.
I did too. I mean, my
had it
aunt had one. We didn't have it. We were like upgraded. Okay, we had the AT&T phone.
Yeah,
with
the touch tone
press buttons.
banana
I'm telling you.
phone.
So my
No,
aunt still had the rotisserie.
the rotisserie phone. Well, no, my great aunts in Brooklyn, they had like one of these beautiful mother of pearl, with the, you take it off the thing and it's got that beautiful, handle and everything.
Yeah.
And I so wish because we cleaned out their apartment in like 1996, 99, because Caitlin was alive.
Mm-hmm.
And like I got their bedroom furniture and stuff, and I wish I had taken the phone because I would have a landline just to have that phone hooked up. Like
What
it
did
would
it
be
look
on
like?
display. It was one of
Janetta
those
said
like
she loves
really
that show, the
fancy,
one with the Gen
elaborate
X.
rotary phones. It was mother of pearl, so it was like
Oh, with the
pearlescent.
handle.
With the
I know what you're
handle.
talking about.
Yeah, with the handle.
You know what I'm talking about?
And then
Your hands
yeah,
just did what mine did. Me and your
right,
hands
and then
did
there's
the
a
same
piece
thing.
that comes up by your mouth, and then it's got the
Yeah.
earpiece.
No,
And
I
Yes.
don't know. It's that old, is it?
And the rotary itself is very little in the front of it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
So
what
it's like a
you guys
beautiful
like a
centerpiece.
telegram phase?
Yeah. It's got like gold accents.
Yes.
Wow. So you're
It
talking
was
about
brass,
two
but
different
yeah.
parts?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is so cool. I would love to see that.
They used to have that exact phone that it looked like that on Andy Griffith, but it was just completely black.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, because it sat on the coffee table, they had like the very elaborate one because,
Yeah.
that side of the family had some money. It's long gone, but
Janetta said that she loves that show, and I'm wondering if that's the one you're talking about with the older person and the younger person. And Buddha said,
yeah.
I still remember when you asked for digits and guys had ran home and hoped it was right. LOL.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, now they ask for your phone to put their phone number in your phone. No.
Right.
Or they just ask for your social media handle.
Yeah,
Right.
phone numbers are becoming obsolete because of social media.
And nobody
What's your
has their phone
Instagram?
number, like remembering it. They put your name in the phone. Like that was something we didn't have before. You had to remember somebody's digits, literally. Like
I still, to this day, remember my phone number from when I was growing up. You ready?
Me too. Okay, ready? I know mine. 477-4576 because we didn't even have the area code, but then when we got it, it was 410-477-4576.
Well, I had to know the area code because I would call home from Florida when I would visit my grandmother. So I had to know the area code to call home.
301.
Well,
so
long
it was
distance, you always needed an area code, but when it was local,
516-842-8298. And actually, where it is now, it would have been area code 631, but it was 842-8298. Yeah, because Suffolk County on Long Island got a different area code.
Yeah, all of Maryland used to be 301, and then they started breaking it up.
Yeah.
Or all of Baltimore, and then it became 301 and 410.
But it's crazy because, like, Tallahassee area of Florida is 352, Miami is 305, but then like Fort Lauderdale is 954. I'm 941. Boca is 561, where Long Island, Nassau County was 516.
How does she know all
Not
this?
even that they're any alike, not alike at all.
Buddha said she knows her 20-year-old phone number.
Yeah. I still remember, like, all of the attorneys I've ever worked with, I still remember their cell phone numbers because I would have to dial it from the office phone.
Remember dialing, I don't know if you guys ever did this, but time and weather?
Oh, God, yes.
936-1212. It was like
at the sound of the tone, it will be
right, like
452.
Or calling your friends or your parents collect, and when it would say your name, you would leave a message and hang up.
Right.
Remember the like you could dial, well, you could still do this, but probably dial *67 so the person didn't know it was you. Or was it, I think it was *67, and you could prank somebody. Am I the only one that pranked people?
No, oh my God.
I remember when caller ID became a thing.
Okay, Buddha knows. Okay, I was like starting to think I was like some kind of juvenile
No,
delinquent.
I used to *69 people, and that's where it would ring back the last phone number that called.
Yes, I remember that.
Do you guys remember the commercial? It's Bob. We had a baby. It's a boy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because we used to do that. It's like you would call your friends, collect from the mall at the payphone, and say, "Hey, we're in front of McDonald's. Meet us."
Right.
Wow.
We used to hang out all day in the mall for $20. Not even. Actually, I could go into Manhattan for $20 for the day, which we would do. On Wednesdays, you had the $5 matinees of the Broadway shows if you had school ID. And the NYPD truancy officers couldn't get us because we were from the island. We were outside their jurisdiction. So we would take the train. Round trip was $7.50. We would take the train into Penn Station. We'd come up in Times Square, buy our matinee tickets for $5 a piece at the Tix booth to whatever Broadway show we wanted to go to. Then we'd get our 2 slices and a soda at the local pizza place for $5. And then we'd spend the rest of the day at MTV Studios doing TRL, because that's my age.
You just need to like put that. Remember $40 a day with like old Rachel Ray, that she would like do these like Food Network shows where she could spend like $40 a day while she was on vacation, and like she would get everything.
Oh no, that was Giada, the Italian one. She would do $40 a day when she was traveling. No, Rachel Ray was the 30-minute meals, and my mom used to laugh. She's like, I could do that in 15.
Oh, okay. Yes, I remember somebody like doing what you just did. Like they could do a whole lot of stuff with like a little bit of money. But I'm like, $40 a day, that's like way too much for me to spend on a normal basis. But if I was on vacation, maybe. Buddha said, girl, I had to learn how to trace a number because I had a stalker at a young age, unfortunately. Does that the star 69, right? Like you could call it, you could
Yeah,
return it.
it would ring back the last person to call you. Do you remember when you could call the operator and break through the line if it was busy?
My mom used to do that to my
Yeah.
grandmother all the time. She hated
It's
it.
like that's a first call waiting, right? You had to have a person do it. Now it's just like now like everything is so weird. Like imagine at first before there was caller ID, remember when you couldn't see who was calling? It was like
Yeah.
scary, right? Like you just
Remember when
like
you got
looked up
excited
and
that the phone rang or to come home and
yeah.
check the
Now it's
answering
like
machine?
annoying me that the
Yes.
phone rings while I'm trying to do other stuff on the phone. I'm like, oh Jesus, like you ever get like all these notifications and you're trying to do one thing and you accidentally tap another thing and now all of a sudden you're in Clubhouse.
No, better
Fucking
yet, remember when the banana phone was hooked to your wall and that was like the new thing with the extra long cord?
Yeah, and you could walk around the entire kitchen and go into the
oh,
Yeah.
closet
I
to
used to get in
hide, to have a
trouble.
Yep.
Like
private
I
conversation.
would like
Yep.
spin myself around. I had like an OCD thing going on where I would like twist myself in the phone and be like, Jennifer, you're gonna break it. We're gonna have to call AT&T and get a new cord. Like
Oh, I was constantly unwinding the
stretching as
phone
far as I
cord
could
because it
away
would
from
drive me nuts when it would get all tangled. So I would sit there and just like let it hang and spin to like
yeah.
detach. Every office I work in, anytime if they still have corded phones, I sit
Mhm.
there and detangle the phones.
Well,
It
like
still
Nice.
mine
drives me
used
nuts.
to do
That's one of
that
my OCD things is the
I was about
tangled phone
that's a good
cord.
OCD right
tangle.
there. I was just about to say that.
Dawn, I think you detangled my headset for me because it was really tangled. I guarantee she did that without even thinking about
Yeah.
it.
I do that too.
She's
Oh
a
God,
I
detangler.
like detangling.
Remember that
and just hanging out at the mall from the time it opened till like the time your parents wanted to pick you up for dinner, and you like literally just hung out walking around the mall. Like you'd stop in the food court and get some McDonald's or like a slice. Like the mall where I grew up, the pizza place was right next to the movie theater that was playing second run movies, so they were like $1 a movie.
Yeah,
So
we had
we'd get
dollar
a
movies.
slice and a
Remember the
soda
two-cent
at the
movies?
pizza place and take it into the movie theater.
Oh wow, they
Child,
let
gotta
you?
love it.
Oh yeah.
Now I want popcorn. Oh, why did you do
And
this
the
to me?
teenagers were always making out in the back row.
Yep. Well, I feel like I should be
Not
listening to some
you.
music behind you. Little girl,
Teenagers
like the
again.
Eddie and the Cruiser music.
I
Yeah.
want popcorn. I must be getting hungry. All I'm thinking about is the
The
food.
land is dry.
I'm gonna
I'm
jump off and listen on the phone so I can go preheat the oven. I
cool
don't need
beans.
God.
popcorn.
Hey Jen, can you put
I
me some
just came
water in that
across
silver pot?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
I just
Go
came
ahead.
across a meme the other day and it
Love
said,
you.
kids, you need to be nicer to your parents. We made it through school without Google or Wikipedia.
True. So very true. How did we do it, Ro? How did we do it? How
Well,
did we make
my
it through
parents
that era?
cheated and I had a computer in my house. So I had Encyclopedia Britannica on a CD. Well, first on a
CD-ROM?
floppy, and then we upgraded to, by the time I was in high school, we were on CD-ROMs.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy now how all you really need is this?
Oh, Buddha. Okay, Buddha made a comment. She said, I used to work at the movie theaters when I was a teen, and I'd tell people it's cheaper to buy your candy and food elsewhere. Okay, Buddha,
I used to do it.
I don't know if this is everywhere,
I would hijack
but
it in.
the New York Jews, we would
Nice
go and
big
get on
coat.
Christmas Day. We would go to the Chinese restaurant, pick up Chinese
Oh, I
food,
love
and then
Chinese.
go spend the day at the movie theater with our Chinese.
Wow. Now that sounds like a good day.
Chinese at the movies?
I would love that.
Yeah, because we were the only ones there. It was just us and other Jews, and we were all sharing food. And the only place that was open to eat was Chinese
Which is
food because they
Chinese.
didn't celebrate Christmas. So we
Mm-hmm.
would get Chinese food and go to the movie theater because the movies were open because movies came out Christmas weekend. And we
Right.
would sit there all day at the movies.
With Chinese. Damn, I
That's
want to do
cool.
that. That sounds good. Let's do it.
My mom used to take us to the second run movie theater, not the one in the mall. There was another one. And we would bring in dinner that she had cooked. And we would sit there and eat dinner in the theater. because
God,
they
forgot
didn't
about
really
that.
have a concession stand because they sold sodas, but they didn't really have popcorn or anything because it was $1 a movie. So everybody brought their own food in and everybody shared. So it's like somebody would have like pizza and garlic knots, and somebody else
You
would
could
be,
get a couple
have their
slices.
dinner, and somebody else would have hot dogs, and like everybody shared. It was like having like it was such a cool way to grow up.
Oh my God,
But
dude, you sound like Wonder Years. Stop it. I'm picturing this. I'm feeling like, listen, I feel like I'm hearing the music and I'm seeing the kids in the movie theater and you're narrating. I'm like, I feel I'm watching that scene. I want to be in it, damn it. I want a hot
yeah,
dog.
it's
I
the
want
new
a slice of
generation
pizza.
of
I
the
want
Wonder Years. It's just set in the 80s and 90s
right,
instead of the
right.
60s. um but Caitlin
We can
keeps
write
wanting
it.
to do this, Jewish Christmas, but we've got Joe in the family and we go to my in-laws for Christmas most of the time. 2 years ago we did Universal, but like I told her, if we're home for Christmas in the next year or so, we will do it. We will do the Jewish Christmas. We will go to the local movie theater with our Chinese food.
That'll be fun.
Hot potatoes and spaghetti meals. Buddha, she's a girl. I remember when people would bring in hot potatoes and spaghetti meals. I remember, oh yeah, baked potato was real. That was awesome eating in a movie because it didn't make any noise.
Exactly. You could put whatever you wanted on that and just sit there and munch out. It's like
My
fries. I
mom
love
would make me,
fries.
okay, my mom would make me buttered matzah, where you just slather the matzah with butter, and then
Yeah.
you would fold them together like a sandwich so that the butter didn't get on like the bottom, and stick them in a Ziploc bag. And because I didn't eat popcorn, and I would sit there and just break the buttered matzah apart and eat that. And to this day, if we're watching a movie here at the house, that's my go-to snack.
Buttered matzah.
Yep.
What does that taste like? What's the consistency of that?
It's a hard cracker.
Really?
Yeah.
I never had it. Never had it. Matzo ball
Okay,
soup,
so
though. So I've heard of that.
that's crumpled matzah.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
matzah meal where they've ground it down to make little meatballs out of it. But a regular piece of matzah is about a 12 by 12 little square, or 8 by 8 or whatever, because they keep getting smaller.
Right.
And it's just like bland soda cracker, but in a big, and we would put butter on it and a little bit of salt, and that's a snack. My my father's family and my godparents make it completely different, but we used to make something called matzo brie, where you break up the matzo cracker and you wet it a little bit, and you soak it in egg, and you, like my father's family, you fried it up like a scrapple, like scrambled eggs with a little salt. My godfather like after he's crumpled it and put it in the egg, he like pushes it back together, like almost like he's making latkes, but he makes his like French toast. So in the egg, it's got like cinnamon and Mexican vanilla and a little bit of like orange zest. And then we put like maple syrup on it. So his family taught him to make it sweet. My father's family taught me to make it savory. But like that's my go-to breakfast is matzo brie. So I make it with my just egg now, and I make the wet the matzah and crumb and put it in the egg and saute it up, add a little salt, and boom.
God, that sounds good. You have successfully made me want to say, "Hey, it's dinner time." Wow.
But matzah is like a really good. You can get egg-free matzah. You for some reason people buy gluten-free matzah even though it's naturally gluten-free because it's not risen. It's unleavened bread. That's the whole point.
Right.
So they have vegan matzah where it's made eggless. And I used to put my tuna on it, but you can put your chickpea, you can anything that you would put on cracker.
I have to try it. I have to try because I'm a cracker fan, and that is how I would eat the chickpea salad. I always put it on crackers. Sometimes I'd make a sandwich out of it, but it can get too mushy. The cracker offsets that mushiness. So yeah, you got to have a cracker for it.
And my mom used to buy what's called farfel, which is broken matzah pieces, and she would add a little to the tuna, eat it before it could get mushy. Then she'd add some more, eat it before it could,
Yeah.
She didn't put it on; she mixed it in.
I gotcha.
Oh, Janetta, she says, I remember when the school called to say I wasn't there on the answering machine, and I deleted it so my grandma wouldn't get it. But then the next day they called back.
Taking it back. Oh, man. Well, this has been an amazing show. I'm going to get on off of here now. Ro, thank you so much for coming on, baby girl.
Oh, you're welcome. As I turned it into the wonder years about growing up in the 80s and 90s in New York.
We look forward to the Rose stories. Come on. You know, we look forward to them. You know, tell Caitlin and Joe, give them a hug for me and tell them I think they're cool. Not as cool as you, but no, I'm kidding. Yeah, the whole
I
family.
will. Cool. I think Caitlin's going to be taking some clips in the next week or on the 13th. They're throwing me a 40th birthday party. It's like semi-surprise.
Cool. I need to see
Joe
pictures.
keeps forgetting he put security cameras up in the house.
Make a video.
Well, yeah,
that way
she's going to take video so I can put together like a YouTube and a TikTok of it.
Yeah.
But the cake topper she bought me cracks me up. You're gonna appreciate this one. It says 40 is fine when you look 29.
That's a good one. That should be on a t-shirt and a coffee cup and a hat.
Yeah.
For that matter. Cool. Well, I can't wait to see
I will
that.
talk to you ladies.
All right, baby.
I will get with you. Well, I got to get Jen the link to the Harry Potter vegan cookbook, and then I will get together because I got to go through my my cabinet to figure out what you need for the bolognese, because I always have the stuff, so I just start pulling it out so that I can make sure you have exactly what I have, so that it comes out the same. Now, I don't measure.
I don't either.
I do the old school, it's a glug of this, a pinch of that, a shake of this. So
I do the same thing. I don't have measuring teaspoons and things like that. I'm like, Jen always laughs at me because she's like, look at you. You look like some type of chef, because I'll take something, or I'll take a pinch of salt and I'll raise up and sprinkle it. Or when I'm salting something, it's way above the food and I'm dousing it like lightly. And she's like, you're doing that like a cook. And I'm like, I can't help it. That's just the way I cook. But I like cooking. So, I just realized that about myself. I actually like cooking. So it's pretty cool.
I have to do a TikTok about the time that I taught Joe what a glug is. He wanted to know what it was in measurement.
What is a glug?
And I said, I don't know. You turn the milk until it glugs. There's no exact measurement. He's like, well, is that like an eighth of a cup? Is that a quarter of a cup?
He had to be anal.
Poured into a measuring cup. When it goes glug, that's how
it is. There you go. Plug it out.
Yeah. But I'll be sending you to Aldi's for the ingredients.
Okay, well, that's good, because Aldi's is less expensive, and that fits my wallet right about now. So cool beans, man. All right, girl.
All right.
You have a wonderful night, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Buddha, Jen, thank you, Buddha, for always reminding everyone to smash that like button as well. I appreciate you so much, and subscribe, and everybody that's been here. Shonda, thank you so much. Dolly Bush, thank you. Ro, Jen, Janetta, everybody. Thank you, Joe, for coming on. Caitlin, if you're listening. Anybody else? Jesse Carroll. Thank you.
Oh,
I love you guys.
Dawn, there's a couple of comments coming in out of here. So Buddha asked, are y'all going to do a video cook along? And Vegan responded, Janetta, you rebel. And yes, Buddha, we got to record it. And then Buddha said, Kay, I got to watch this. And she said, Sunday fun day with Dawn and food cook videos. That was Jen.
Cool. That sounds good.
Not Jen, a different Jen.
Hey, wait a minute. What about Meatless Monday? What about Monday?
Well, the thing is, I usually do it on Sundays or Wednesdays when I have Caitlin to help me.
Okay, Sundays or Wednesdays. Got it.
Because I can't dump the 3 pounds of pasta by myself.
Right. And what time? Well, we'll work it out. Yeah. 3 pounds of pie.
But we can either do it on a Sunday or we can do it on Wednesday. So it doesn't mess with your midday meltdown. We can do it on Sunday instead. And we can post it,
we'll record it.
We can have a recording so that we can post it to our YouTubes.
We can do it live on TikTok. That'll be fun. And record and post it to YouTube. So, yes, ma'am. That sounds like fun.
And we have to make sure we put in the description the ingredients so other people can recreate it.
You guys, you are going to love it. It's rose bolognese. We're finally going to get the scoop. Literally. Guys, have a good night. Talk to you guys.
Good night, everybody.
What's tomorrow? What's tomorrow?
Wednesday.
Yeah. Mañana.
Okay.